Right, we should be good. We should be live. I think we are. Excellent. Hello all, and welcome back to the Football Chat Live. It is Real Madrid versus Frankfurt tonight in the UEFA Super Cup final. Feels a bit weird. It's been a year since we've done a Super Cup final. Of course, the last one was Chelsea versus Villarreal. They don't come around very often, and I'll be honest, it's a bit of a weird final, isn't it? Like, you don't tend to see finals this early in the season. It's like the Community Shield. It's a little bit of a friendly. But it's not in the sense that actually it's the Champions League winner versus the Europa League winner. But regardless, I think we are in for a good game tonight. I'm of course joined by Harry. He'll be once he's checked his messages, made sure everything's in great state. And then we've got 28 minutes until kickoff. We'll run through predictions in about 18 minutes or so. In the meantime, I guess a bit of build up is due. And I will put also the messages in chat and the poll in chat. So just give me a second, and then that'll be in chat. And Harry is here now.
Hello everyone. As you said, it is final time. It's another chance to see two teams outside of England go head to head. Obviously, it's a bit of an unusual game, as you said. You know, usually, but this is what I like the Super Cup is you get two teams that you aren't used to seeing play each other. Obviously, last year was Chelsea Villarreal.
To be fair, last year was a really good game. I thought there'd be a Chelsea dominance as the Champions League winners, but it's a very, very good game of football.
Bring back to 2020 was. Who was 2020?
That would have been Sevilla versus Bayern.
Yes, it was
I don't
Bayern won that
all,
year.
But,
Obviously, 2019 was Liverpool Chelsea. 2018 was Real Atleti.
Yeah.
So this is kind of a different one. You know, usually you see two big teams go head to head. Like as I said, Chelsea Liverpool, even Chelsea Villarreal. Villarreal much bigger than Frankfurt, I'd say, in terms of quality. I do think, though, that could go one of two ways.
Well, I think that's an interesting shout. Though I do think if it was Villarreal tonight, I'd be a bit annoyed.
Because it would be a
bit of a dull game.
Yeah. If it was Rangers, we might as well above turn.
Welcome, Roman Frahi, by the way, if he is still here. I saw that you put a message in there earlier. Welcome. I believe you are new around here, and if so, welcome. We have also gained a subscriber up to 741, so if that was you, Roman, then I appreciate it massively, or whoever it was, if you're not involved in chat. But we've got a good while until kickoff, so I guess we get into some build-up preview.
Yeah. I think it's
two teams that I've not really seen, obviously, a lot of.
Yeah, I mean, obviously Real, we know what to expect. We know how they're going to play. Frankfurt, we watched
I was going to say, I'm going to be basing everything off of the finals we watched.
Also, just say we are in Helsinki tonight, which is pretty cool. Finland's a lovely place.
So, a nice location you wouldn't expect to be hosting.
And
this is why I like
the Super Cup, though. For Real Madrid, this should be a formality, but for Frankfurt, it's a chance to prove themselves against a big team. If they lose, hey ho, doesn't matter. If they win, though, that puts them right up with the big dogs. It's another trophy. They can say they've beaten Real Madrid in a final, which not many teams can say.
If you can beat Rangers, there's no reason you can't beat Real Madrid, eh?
I'll be honest, I'm glad it was Frankfurt and Real Madrid.
Oh, no.
If it was Liverpool Frankfurt, I think it'd been boring.
Rangers Real Madrid, what a game that would be.
Even 9-0.
Well, to be fair, Rangers Liverpool, the amount of passion.
Everyone just would kick the shit out of each other.
Glasgow
0-0 with 5 red cards.
Liverpool, yeah. It would be a very exciting encounter indeed.
But I'm looking forward to tonight.
Yeah. Some interesting omissions, of course. Frankfurt without starman Filip Kostic as he pushes a move through to Juventus. Thought it'd be West Ham. Seems now that Juve is his preferred destination.
That does worry me.
That intrigues me for Kostic just before we get into Frankfurt, because if you're Filip Kostic, why would you be looking at a move to Juve where, to be fair, he probably will start, which would make sense. But if he isn't going to start, then why would you go there over West Ham? Unless you're desperately playing the Champions League. But Frankfurt in the Champions League next year anyway, so surely you'd be better off staying. I don't know. I guess, though, Juve, you've got... I mean, there's not really many left wing-backs, if you think about it. Alexander is probably not there, and if they play a 3-5-2 or something like that, then he would slot into that left wing-back position very nicely.
Yeah.
But I'd be interested to see what they play next season as well, Juve, because obviously they've got Chiesa and Di Maria, who are both right wingers. They've got Vlahovic, they've got Morata. Where does everyone fit into that system?
I don't know. It doesn't make... It's not going to work.
They've got no left wingers. I guess Chiesa's going to play on the left, or Di Maria's going to play on the left, which is not where they're most effective.
No.
By the way, during this game, we have West Ham facing off against
No,
someone in
no,
orange.
they're just going through the teams who are in the different leagues.
Oh, I thought
So
West Ham were
who are in the UK, because BT are biased. So they're just talking about how Dundee and West Ham are in the Conference League.
I thought they were playing Dundee.
No.
Okay, apologies.
Obviously
we don't have
later
West Ham on
though,
tonight.
at 10 o'clock, we do have the Carabao Cup draw, and we've got a few Carabao Cup games going on while we talk. The only big one I can think of is Sheffield's Wednesday Sunderland.
It's the televised one that kicks off in 9 minutes.
Yeah.
We have had 3 votes in the poll and chat as 100% Real Madrid as it stands.
Really
so, I mean, I wouldn't expect any difference. I'm just going to put in, make sure to vote in the poll and chat if you haven't already. In chat.
But I'm intrigued to see what the end. I think Kostic is a big miss for Frankfurt though. So if there's one player who's going to give them a slight bit of hope, it was with Kostic, but I think without him they might struggle.
So for Real, it's been a bit of a quiet window. They added Aurelien Tchouameni, but that seems like months ago now.
Yeah.
That happened ages ago.
But their team's already good enough.
Is he starting tonight? We'll get into the lineups in just a moment. But yeah, they've not really added much. I would say a right winger was needed, but then they won the Champions League without a right winger. Do they need?
If you win the Champions League, does your squad need improving?
But then you've seen Liverpool win the Champions League, not do anything after it, and now they're not looking in a great position. So let's get into the lineups then, because we've got 22 minutes till kick-off. And Real, the designated home side, which I didn't really understand. I guess it's because they're Champions League winners, but usually they do that in alphabetical order, which doesn't make any sense. But regardless, Liverpool, Real Madrid, it is Courtois in goal. Back four of Carvajal, Militao, Alaba and Mendy. It's a midfield three of Luka Modric, Casemiro and Cruz. So no spot for Camavinga or Aurelien Tchouameni. Interesting that. Valverde on the right, Vinicius on the left and captain Karim Benzema.
It's a team that won the Champions League final.
No change there to what we would expect. No kind of, it's an easy game, we'll give Tchouameni his debut or anything like that. It's their bog standard 11. Ryan G, welcome to the stream with the classic Full Stop. Great to see you as always, Ryan. We've got at least one regular in chat, which is great to see. Nice for Frankfurt. They're lining up with a 3-4-3. It's of course Kevin Trapp in goal, the experienced goalkeeper. Torre, Tuta and Ndicka line up in that back three. Ansgar now for signed permanently, I believe now, with Eintracht Frankfurt. Lenz is at left back. He is Christopher Lenz. I believe he just joined this summer, but I might be wrong. No, he did. He joined, a year ago. But he didn't play much last season. I imagine he will now have more of a role without Filip Kostic in the side. He would not be starting tonight without Kostic gone. So, it was interesting to see whether Lenz can replace Kostic, because Kostic was probably their best player in that final. It's a midfield two of Sebastian Rode, very experienced, the captain, and Didier Brousseau. So they've got a lot of experience in that midfield. Deichi Kamada lines up on the right. You've got Lindstrom on the left wing. And Rafael Santos-Borré is leading the line for Frankfurt.
They've got some
It is an interesting team.
Yeah.
It is a mix of good young talents with experienced heads, but no real European experience. Rode would have played some Europe with Dortmund, but he only made 22 appearances in 2.5 years there.
Rode obviously did start in the Europa League final against Rangers.
Yeah, of course. He has got, I mean, like Champions League experience. They don't really have many of those, which you'd think they would have added more in the window. Maybe, I'll have a look at the bench and see if there's anyone I recognise, but, I mean, Mario Götze, of course, is of Champions League experience. That makes a lot of sense. Bring on. Get him off. He's not even been on, but get him off. They've got Jens Petter Hauge from AC Milan. He's not starting tonight, which intrigues me, but interesting. And Randall Kolomoani, who is a striker from Nantes. He could definitely make an impact if he is brought on. So they've got options out there. How are you doing today, Ryan? I'm having a great day.
Doing alright.
Very decent little day, and very excited for tonight's game.
Yes.
It's two sides, which, again, as I say, we don't get to see much of on here, because unless it's like European competitions, but yeah, because Real Madrid, La Liga football is hard to watch in England, because it's not on either BT or Sky, it's on something else, so that is a bit annoying, but yeah, it is what it is. So we don't get to see too much of that. And Frankfurt, if we're going to watch Bundesliga, it's going to be Dortmund, Bayern, RB Leipzig. If there was a Bayern Frankfurt, it was Bayern Frankfurt, wasn't it, last Friday, and they lost 6-1.
That's probably not.
Which is why we don't watch Frankfurt.
Which for me, I'd be worried about Frankfurt.
Yeah.
Obviously,
It is a worry, yeah.
I mean, they won the Europa League on penalties because Aaron Ramsey forgot to score a penalty. Who, by the way, scored for, I believe he scored for Nice. Was it last night? Go to Nice's latest game.
I'll have a look in a minute.
Aaron Ramsey scored for Nice in either on Saturday or Tuesday, I think.
I just want to point out, no Rudiger. Of course, I kind of forgot about him joining Real Madrid. Doesn't start tonight. Is that interesting?
Injury?
No, he's on the bench.
Oh.
On the bench. But
I think he's just gone with the Champions League winning side.
But isn't it interesting that they have not switched to a 3-back?
No.
I think they could struggle though. I don't think Rudiger does well in a 2. I think Alaba would probably be better in a 3 anyway, and I think so would Militao. So why not bin off the right winger in Valverde, switch to a 3, you can get Mendy and Carvajal pushing higher, you still keep your 3 in midfield, and Vinicius will do fine up front with Benzema together. Do you not think that tactical change would make more sense? To try and fit Rudiger into the side?
Maybe. I think tonight he's just gone with the side he tried and tested because he just wants to get another trophy across the line.
Fair enough. Brilliant. I'm glad you're glad to have had a good
In terms
day.
of the Frankfurt side, I mean, back 3, don't know too much about. Tutor and Dicker both.
And Dicker's a very decent centre back, yeah.
Ansgar Nauf, obviously a very talented right wing back. If Frankfurt are to do anything tonight,
he was reinvented into that position, wasn't he? Very much a winger, but had a job to do there for Frankfurt, and he did very well the last season. I think he could be a danger man tonight, but again, he's not going to have the same impact that Philippe Kostic has. If Frankfurt score a goal, it's a win for them.
Yeah.
Let's be honest, because their side is only, if anything, has only got worse from last year with the departure of Philippe Kostic. So I would not expect them to be giving Real a real challenge.
I mean, I know Trapp will have to make some very big saves if they want to even stay in the game.
Yeah.
But for me, I feel like it could be one of those games where Frankfurt will decide whether it's 1 or 2-0 loss or whether it's 5 or 6.
And to be fair, Oli Glasner, Frankfurt, is there a chance to come away with a win tonight?
Maybe. If they can take it to extra time penalties, they stand a chance.
Yeah.
But they've got to concentrate on holding on in the 90 minutes. If they can get a goal, even better.
Because there's nothing to say that Real couldn't have fallen behind through the summer.
Yeah, it's that question of what do they do? Do they sit back and defend for 90 minutes, or do they go for it from the start, try and grab a goal, and then they have something to defend?
Yeah. Interesting. Welcome, Chelsea fan, by the way. Hi, people. Hello, Chelsea fan. 6 votes, by the way, in that polling chat. 83% Real Madrid, 17% Frankfurt. So there are people back in Frankfurt out there. So it's not a complete Real Madrid whitewash. But Real definitely the favourites tonight. The stronger side. The side that invested a lot more money. Which I think is interesting. Surely Frankfurt, building on from a Europa League win, you go and improve the squad massively to go for a Champions League push, surely. Or at least go deep into the competition. And then try and rack up some more money. And then eventually, you're able to fight in the Bundesliga. But, I don't know. I think you'd look at... Kostic, is that 40 mil? To Juve, I believe.
Around there.
Well, that was the fee touted to West Ham, so you'd imagine it'd be similar to for Juve. Not going to go, well, we want 40 mil from West Ham, but if you can just give us 15, that'll be more than all right, Juve. But yeah, you'd be expecting them to reinvest that, and there are definitely players out there you can reinvest into. I guess they have made additions in Jens Petter Hauge. He was there on loan last season, wasn't he? I believe that's now permanent.
It's interesting he's not starting at left wing.
Mario Götze on a free, and then of course Rando Colomwani.
I think Götze is a good addition. I think Colomwani could bring it.
I think they are all very good additions, but they don't scream Champions League players to me.
No.
So it does make me question what are Frankfurt's intentions. I think they are just happy to be in the Champions League. I think they'd be aiming for 3rd. If Frankfurt could take 3rd and get into the Europa League again, I think they do fine.
I think that's
it
better
all comes down to
them.
group draw.
I think it's better for them to get 3rd rather than get to the knockout round and then get knocked out.
I disagree. I think the money you get for being in the knockout round of the Champions League, and not only that, but the squad sort of contentment, I guess you could say, because that would imply they've had a very good group stage. It helps with obviously a little bit more money. I don't know what it is,
and
but
if I look
surely
at,
it's close between winning
the
the Europa
sides
League
in the Champions League this year, but
knockout rounds.
looking at last year's knockout rounds, if they drew in Besiktas and Ajax,
Well, yeah.
a Lille, they could beat.
But it's very feasible they get an easier group. I mean, you look at there was the what group was it that just had? It's like the Salzburg, Sporting. I think we were in there. No, Sporting were in Ajax's one. So I expect Lille, Wolfsburg, and someone.
Porto.
Might have been Porto, and it was just an easy group. If you get something like that, you can very easily get out of it. Frankfurt first seed as well as the Europa League winners. There's a good chance then if you get an easier second seed, and then the third and fourth are teams you can usually beat. There's a good chance they can get through. And if you're in at if you're in from first seed, there's a good chance you then even get an even easier knockout round opponent.
That's very true.
So I don't think it's unfeasible that Frankfurt could be right up there. Of course, you could go and draw. Trying to think of the best second and third and fourth seeds. There's obviously. Like there's going to be loads of clubs in there that are very hard to beat. But say you get like Rangers in at fourth seed, I think it's very possible Frankfurt could do something very good.
Yeah.
But yeah, will be interesting to see. Cauliflower, welcome to the stream. Aloha to you.
Hello.
And 7 votes now, 86% Real Madrid. That is going to keep ticking up. Real definitely the favourites tonight. Absolutely no one thinks it's going to go into extra time penalties, which I find interesting. What?
I want to make a point, but I don't know if there's anything else you need to read out.
No, Chelsea fan just said hit that like button, people, which I would second that message. I think we are now on 10 likes, which is actually more than we got on the Sunday stream through the whole thing. So that's amazing, guys, and thanks for the support so far. We are on 10 likes.
Obviously, we're about to get our predictions.
Yeah.
Real Madrid, we all know they're going to Benzema, 46 games, 45 goals, and 15 assists in all comps over last year. That's ridiculous.
But
I know it's La Liga. I know it's La Liga.
I think that's a quality league. But my thought would be...
You couldn't come and do that in the Premier League, is what my point is.
No.
I don't think Benzema's coming into the Premier League and scoring 45 goals. Although, to be fair, about 14 of those goals were in the Champions League.
There's not 46 games in the La Liga. Because obviously it's about all the competitions, so they may have played him in the first round of the Cup and he scored 19. So that could be misleading, couldn't it?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I don't think that's how he did it. Like, the top scorer in the world got 20 goals in like a cup tournament. Yeah, it could just.
But Benzema, Vinicius, going to be the threat.
But if you, this is the point I was going to. If you keep Benzema quiet, do you keep Real Madrid quiet?
No.
Do you not?
Look,
I don't look at the likes of. I think Vinicius is very, very good, but he does have a tendency to miss big chances. Valverde is not a goal scorer. Of course, Rodrigo can come on and make a difference. We've seen that in games. Kroos, Modric, Casemiro, they're not goal scorers. Champions League final was a Benzema goal.
No, it wasn't. You'd missed.
Was it not?
It was Modric to Valverde to Vinicius at the back post, unmarked by Trent.
But Frankfurt don't have Trent, so I think they'll be all right.
3 back. I think that's 1v1 up at the back line. Up with that front.
Well, I imagine they'll be playing quite deep. I don't think Frankfurt are going full hell for leather.
Even 2's
running at them. Yeah. Who I wonder. Welcome, Nick Knack, by the way. Evening, gents. Yeah. Welcome, Nick Knack. 88% Real Madrid now. It just keeps getting higher. I mean, it can't get to 100% now, but I think it will get very close. Someone out there, though, is very much backing Frankfurt to win tonight. And I love the positivity, but... Yeah.
Don't blame them at all.
I mean, if they are right,
don't blame them at all.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
I mean, it'll be a brilliant game. If Frankfurt win this game of football, I will love it. Because it will mean that we've been in for a fantastic game of football. Yeah. I just fear Real Madrid are either going to get like a 1-0 win and this feel a bit like the Community Shield final. But then the Community Shield final was a brilliant game of football, so if we see something like that, interesting.
I think we'll see more goals though.
Hashtag no to Zaha. What's this Chelsea fan? I've not seen anything with Zaha linked to Chelsea. I've seen Aubameyang, which I'm on the fence about. If he comes in and scores goals for us, fair enough. If he comes in and demands a monster wage and plays like Lukaku, then no. And then Frankie de Jong as well, he looks like a fantastic addition. I'm very excited to see him at Chelsea. I think watching Jorginho, as much as he scored the penalty, Jorginho and Kante together don't really work. And then, if we do bring in De Jong, I saw this today, apparently we would then be willing to let Conor Gallagher go back to Palace for another year on loan.
I'm not sure I want to do that.
Which I find interesting, but if you think...
we'll just play Ruben Loftus-Cheek again.
That does annoy me that we have Ruben at the club, but we gave him minutes on Saturday, and then we've got Conor Gallagher sat on the bench.
Depression every time to watch him play.
And Kovacic was sat on the bench, and we brought on Ruben Loftus-Cheek.
But
But I would rather see us sell Jorginho than loan out Conor Gallagher.
yeah,
Or sell a Loftus-Cheek, and then you can keep Conor Gallagher.
yeah.
But, yeah. It wouldn't be the worst thing if I went out on loan again. But I think if he's going out on loan, then Billy Gilmore's definitely gone.
Yeah, just not loan. We can't loan out Gallagher.
No. Nick, now Chelsea seems to be the experts at spending tons of money on players who never live up to the fee. The problem is in Chelsea's recruitment is we've never really signed unobvious stars. Now, what I mean by that is obviously you look at like Sterling and Koulibaly are fantastic additions, but anyone could tell you they're a fantastic player before they join. But whenever we push the boat out a bit and go for a Morata,
Yeah.
or go for, Lukaku was just about out of nowhere. It's just horrific. And I don't know why we struggle so much with recruitment in that sense. But
it's also annoying on players like Werner, who looked so good in the Bundesliga, who don't turn out and don't hit form, and who even broke Morata's record for offside goals.
yeah, but that's the thing. I do think Chelsea have got unlucky. Because there's no way that they can tell that Werner's going to struggle to adapt to the Premier League.
Yeah.
There's no way they can tell that Kai Havertz is not going to be a fantastic player in the Premier League. He has done very well.
Would Werner have adapted better to the Premier League in a different Premier League side?
I think so.
Was it Timo Werner or was it Chelsea's tactics?
I think he probably would have adapted better because I think he became worse as a result of lack of confidence. But I think if he's playing in that Liverpool system and he's integrated into the Liverpool system in a similar way that Nunes has been,
yeah,
I think he plays a lot better. Yeah. And I also think you look at the way Liverpool play, ball over the top, running in behind, slots it home. That fits Werner's style of play
Werner,
perfectly.
When did Werner join?
2020.
So Lampard era. Did he join that Lampard season where we struggled and we sacked him?
Yes, and won the Champions League.
Yeah, I thought no, the second half. That's what I'm saying is when he first joined with Lampard and he wasn't playing well, and then there's a manager change. He didn't get too much game time.
No, when did it? No, yeah, no.
Yeah, he did win the chance because that's what I'm saying was.
I think
he didn't play well.
If he joins when Lukaku
his
joins,
tweet when
I
he
agree.
joined was, "I've come to Chelsea to win the Champions League."
He won the Champions
and do it in blue. He won the Champions League. Did what he wanted.
So, I mean, I'm worried we will see Timo Werner at Liverpool in 4 seasons, and he will be the best player in the world.
Yeah.
Or something like that. Because I do think he's got the raw ability to, maybe not the best player in the world, but be a fantastic player. And I do think we will see him back in the Premier League one day. Or at least playing for like a Real Madrid or a Juventus or someone like that. Or more likely, he'll be at Bayern Munich.
And then he'll tear out there.
Because he's going back to Leipzig, isn't he?
He'll replace Mane when Mane gets it on a bit.
Or you just shift Mane out wide. Or something like that.
Play both of them.
Just look at your list of most expensive signings. Lukaku, Havertz, Aretha Balaga, Morata, Pulisic, Torres, Werner, Shevchenko, Ziyech, Bakayoko, Batshuayi. Jesus Christ. Yeah, when you wrote them down.
I think for Havertz and Kepa, there's still a good player in there.
Well, the only ones that haven't left. Oh, and Ziyech. I think it's harsh to put Ziyech in there. I don't think Ziyech has done horrifically. The problem is he doesn't have a right foot.
I was thinking
and you can't be a one-footed player in the Premier League. You just don't have the time.
I think Havertz
to play any.
I mean, he won the Champions League final.
Yeah, I think Kai's contribution has been underestimated, but I also think he's not a striker.
No.
I think if you have a team, if we're in a formation where he plays attacking midfield, he absolutely tears it up. Absolutely tears it up. He's not a striker.
It has bringing this number 9, talk of Aubameyang, talk to Depay. Where does Havertz fit there? Because you can't play him out wide because we learned that's a terrible idea.
Yeah.
Where does Havertz fit if we do bring in a number
I'd love
9?
to see us switch to a 4-2-3-1.
Yeah, I would too.
But it doesn't look like we will, and it's a shame. But I think we're good enough to play a fullback. Now that we don't have the limitations of Antonio Rudiger. I mean, the 3 does look really good. But, yeah, I would...
Just before we get into predictions, because we do need to do that. Other player...
I was going to say wingers. Maybe Chelsea could play without wingers.
Yeah, just on that list, Kepa. There's still a good player inside Kepa or Arrizabalaga.
Mm-hmm.
There's still a world-class goalkeeper in there.
I think he could start
that
first.
That is also Michael Oliver.
Yes. Well, we are in for a good game, everybody. I thought this was going to be a slam dunk Real victory, but Michael Oliver, they've thrown a massive dice into the middle of the pitch. Let's give predictions. We've got 5 minutes to kick off. Parry, what are you thinking?
Sticking with what's short, 3-0 Real, Benzema double, goal from Vinicius.
Interesting.
And the only scoring, it will be Vinicius in the 22nd.
Interesting. I hope it's a Frankfurt win, you know, but obviously, I mean, I'm weighing up in my head. Is it better to go bold and say Frankfurt or just be right and say Real Madrid? I think I'm going to roll the dice here. I'm going to go 1-0 Frankfurt.
Wow.
And I'm going to go
I hope not.
and dick a goal 87th minute.
Wow.
From a corner, heads it
That
home.
sounds great. I hate it.
Ollie
so
Glasner's on the pitch.
I don't want to sit here for
It's
87
mental.
minutes to watch a corner goal.
To watch Real Madrid batter Frankfurt and then they get one
Yeah,
chance and then
no.
Dicker heads it home. But yeah.
We will see. I don't think Nick Nat was very confident on my Kepa reaction.
We'll
Saying
see.
I'm telling you now, there's a world-class goalkeeper
Oh.
inside Kepa Arrizabalaga.
I think with confidence and
Yeah.
a little bit of shot stopping.
Keep him giving him game time in the cups. Keep letting him get clean sheets. Build him up.
Yeah.
Oh,
That wasn't our
was gonna say
end.
that's
That was
BT.
BT. Having a mare.
things, I look at these.
4-1 to Real.
Oh, that's
Think prediction from
I
Nick.
mean, I don't see
It's a big
Real
one.
conceding.
I do.
I do not
In the
see
87th
Real
minute.
conceding.
In Dicker. Oh, what a gorgeous
Look at-
header it's going to be.
You can compare Benzema as the captain to Sebastian Rueda. You compare Trapp to Courtois. You and Dicker to Alaba. By the way, I like how the
I don't
team.
think that's as
I like
vast
how
a
the
difference as
okay,
you
why are we
think.
carrying out like hotel doors?
Oh, they're bringing out the trophies with them.
Yeah, they do that, don't they?
That's fun. I love that. Yeah, I forget they do that. That's a nice touch.
Obviously, the Europa League, Real Madrid.
They should do that for the Community Shield.
Man,
I want to see.
Man, that's what they do. Man.
them
You know when they
bringing
swap
out
the
their fake
little
cup and-
emblem crest things, they swap the trophies at the time.
Sorry, it's just when I've seen, you know, Real bringing out this glorious trophy that is the Champions League, and then Frankfurt.
Nan's vase.
Yeah, exactly. They've just got like a massive pole. It is, yeah. They're just buried in the
Bought a better
trophies.
trophy off eBay or other online shopping websites. There are lots of them available.
Yeah.
Not the Football Chat online though. Not yet. We don't sell them much yet.
Maybe one day though. Would you rock about with a TFC beanie? Answer that in chat, I guess.
Would you? Yeah, everyone. Would you wear a TFC beanie? Not that we're making beanies, but I'm interested to see.
I think beanies make sense because it's a cold football night.
Chuck a beanie on, TFC on the front. So you're standing there Tuesday night, front of Carrow Road, busted out songs, loving it. By the way, Carrow Road, what an atmosphere last night that was for Norwich Birmingham.
He boy. Welcome, man's like a keel. Great to see you as always. 31-1 shot. What for? Frankfurt beating
Yeah.
Real 1-0. They're not bad odds. I'll take them.
Teams?
Oh yeah, it's Courtois in nets for Real Madrid. Of course, who else would it be? A back four of Carvajal, Militao, Alaba, and Mendy. Surprisingly missing Rudiger. Mid the three, of course, of Kroos, Casemiro, and Modric, as it always is. Vinny on the left, Valverde on the right, and leading the line, it's captain Kareem the Dream, Karim Benzema.
By the way, Frankfurt can't win. Because as soon as Real concede, up goes Ancelotti's eyebrow, 1-1
Right, yeah, fair
immediately.
enough.
As soon as you see that eyebrow raise, immediately they score.
Yeah, even if Frankfurt did score in the 87th minute, I think Rodrigo's going to come on and score in the 89th then. But
Oh, that part, I hate the fact that it was against Chelsea, but that pass from Modric to Rodrigo was world class.
it annoys me because we should have won before extra time because of Alonso's goal was very much
forgot.
onside.
Because it's Michael Oliver, we get Michael Oliver as officials.
Right, are they his mates? Are they?
So I think they referee him lots of three, so we've got the...
But they don't do Premier League, do they?
No, we have two English linos, so I'm guessing they do.
I thought was that VAR officials?
I know the
'Cause that
VAR
bloke
officials, they're Polish, yeah, they don't do that.
Yeah, I was going to say that bloke's Portuguese and
Yeah.
he's definitely not English.
I just meant the lines.
It's Trapp in goal, Indica, 2 to Torre in the back, 3 Lenz at left wing back,
Two.
Knauf on right wing back,
It's
Roda
35.
and So in the midfield, Lindstrom on the left,
It's
Kamada on the right, and Rafa Santos Borre leading the line.
19 Bore, 29 Lindstrom, 15 Kamada, 25
Don't what happened to Luka Jovic?
He has gone to...
He went somewhere on a free.
Fiorentina.
That does ring a bell.
Because they needed Vlahovic replacement.
Yes, he's at Fiorentina.
Smashed
Do you not find it interesting that Frankfurt didn't go back in for their former man?
Didn't they? I swear he went back and then went to Fiorentina.
He was on loan, I think, at some
Oh,
point.
yeah, and then
or
he
was
got
he linked with a loan? I think Real let him go on a free to Fiorentina, which I find interesting. Why would Frankfurt not in for him, and why would he then choose Fiorentina over Frankfurt? Intriguing. Should have been Liverpool versus Rangers this match.
I'm glad it isn't.
Yeah,
I've fallen asleep.
I think the best combination would have been Real Madrid Rangers. Two clubs with a lot of history, and imagine Rangers against Real Madrid. What a laugh.
Sorry, bloody...
And the worst combo would be Liverpool Frankfurt.
Scott Arfield, he's not even at Rangers anymore. No, he's at Rangers.
But I think this is a very good matchup between two sides who are very, very good. Of course, Frankfurt not really on the level of a Real Madrid, but a very decent side regardless. Third round Carabao Cup, Bournemouth versus Arsenal. By the way, we have kicked off. I completely forgot to mention that.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, I'm just running through everything in chat first.
Second round draw.
You want Arsenal?
Night.
Yeah, in the third round. You said.
Nice, because obviously Arsenal won't be in it because they got Europe last year.
Third round.
Oh, third round.
We're going into the second round.
It's second round draw tonight, isn't it?
Fan TV wants a bit of Arsenal. It's second round draw at 10 o'clock tonight, so we will obviously keep an eye on that. We'll probably still be live at that time.
Definitely.
Especially if we go to extra time penalties. But yeah, we are now. We have now kicked off for a minute in already.
Piss off in like the 70th minute, then we'll still be live.
The 13 Premier League teams added to that. It's going to be an interesting round too. Yeah. Depending on where we are tonight, we might do one on live. Probably not, but I guess we will see.
Depends.
Valverde just dribbles past about 4 players and knocks it back.
He wasn't on the numbers list.
Militao.
Oh my god, I thought it was Frankfurt.
Frankfurt are, of course, in black. Real Madrid playing in white, unsurprisingly. Good job.
I am stupid.
Mendy. Back to Alaba.
There's a lot of Mendy footballers.
Just sinking, alright. Yeah. Fair enough.
It's kicked off.
It's because we forgot to mention that. We are, in fact...
I'm shouting.
Yeah, we're about a second out from the timer to the game, but that shouldn't matter too much. Benzema. Vinicius can't quite get there. Rafa Santos score. Fair enough.
Oh, Vinicius nearly got through like 10 people there.
Tends off by about 10 though. But yeah. That is a very vibrant goalkeeper's kit. I don't know if that was just the way that reflected
just
off the line.
Before we get really deep into this final, one thing I would like to
very green and yellow.
Have you seen Brighton Newcastle at the weekend?
Yeah.
So obviously Brighton's the home side, have to play in their home kit. Newcastle, the Premier League have ruled that Newcastle do not have a kit that doesn't match with Brighton. So Newcastle's home kit, away kit and third kit cannot be used against Brighton because they're all too close.
Are they? I felt like it was green.
No, because Brighton's home kit is blue and white. Newcastle's home kit is black and white. Away kit is like a dark blue, so it looks like the blue.
Yeah.
And the third kit is green and white. So Newcastle had to make a one-off mint shirt to play in.
That is amazing, to be fair. I'd love to get my hands on that shirt.
It's a one-off shirt, so it's quite a big thing.
Also, BT are annoying me because it's not our internet. If it's our internet lagging or Sky Go lagging, you get the buffering symbol. This isn't. It's just their screen freezing, so that's great. We're saying we are at the somewhere in Helsinki. I don't know what the name is, but I can find out for you. But yeah, an interesting place. I've not seen a game in Helsinki before, so a bit of a difference, isn't it?
Yeah. It does look like
we are at the Helsinki Olympia Stadion. So
I was about to say it is an Olympic stadium with a whole running track around the outside. Because Finland have hosted the Olympics, then clearly.
Or a running event once, but I imagine they would have hosted the Olympics. I know they probably do the Winter Games, don't they? But
it's probably.
I don't know about something. They don't do much. They don't do much running, do they?
They do the Winter Olympics.
Yeah. I used to hate playing Sensei Soccer when it was white versus yellow shirts. It's like on FIFA where you don't realise the kit clash.
Yeah.
And you're just like.
Or
having a horrific time
in games like FIFA and Football Manager, when the team you're playing is in white, well, especially it's more on Football Manager.
And when it snows.
When it snows and the other opposition are playing in white,
you can't see them. Or when you're in white, obviously, it's not just the opposition. But yeah. So 4 minutes into this game, nothing really's happened just yet. Real building into it a lot better than Frankfurt, but Frankfurt very combative thus far. I don't really know why that was given as a free kick, but it is regardless. All feels quite leisurely so far. It does give kind of the impression of a pre-season friendly.
Yeah.
Neither side's going hell for leather. It's not very nervy from either team. They're both just kind of calm.
I mean, Frankfurt want to bounce back after losing 6-1 to Bayern Munich. Real Madrid,
Yeah,
I think the league hasn't started,
No, it starts this weekend.
So this is just a friendly for Real Madrid.
Exactly. And at the end of the day, it's not a trophy that they're going to be parading around the city.
That's why they've gone full strength then, isn't it? Because they want to get everyone playing together.
Get some legs, yeah.
And also this team won the Champions League, so I guess that's why they're promoting that.
And you're not going to go. You're not going to go for a weakened side.
I guess it
against
couldn't be actually
in the
think you might
Super
sell
Cup.
some of your players and they might be injured. Imagine you had to play the 11 that won that final for you.
Or as close to.
Yeah.
Yeah. But equally, like,
if Marcus Alonso randomly played for Chelsea in the Champions League final,
you could probably get round it by just saying, "Oh, mate, all my players have left. What a shame."
and
But like, yeah, I mean, it wouldn't without Kostic. It's a downgrade for Frankfurt anyway. Better if they had to say none of the players who played in the final can play in the Super Cup final. We're going to make it a really interesting game.
Because then
Just
also,
got
what would you
Mariano Diaz up front
what
against.
What would you do for the final? Would you rest some players to hope you got through that you won it? You wouldn't do. No one would do that, would they?
No. They just go, you know what?
Prioritise the Super
Screw
Cup
it,
that we're not even in yet. That's going to have on the ball back.
You just lose the final to whoever's playing a better strength
Frankfurt
side.
look like they want this. And that sounds stupid, but they look like they're going for it.
Well, yeah,
I think they're going to do what we said.
It's your one chance to play against Real Madrid.
They're going to try and get something to defend. They're not going to defend nothing.
That's right. But also, Real have not really played a competitive fixture yet, so they're not going to be fully at the races.
If it does come to penalties, we know that Kevin.
That's the thing. I do think that clubs who compete in like community shields and stuff, it does give them an advantage because you're playing a competitive fixture before the start of the season. Look at how Bayern destroyed Frankfurt. They played a competitive fixture before that. Of course, the German Super Cup.
You say that Liverpool drew to Fulham.
Yeah, doesn't mean like, I do think it gives them an advantage. So maybe they didn't play that community shield.
They lost to Fulham.
Fulham would have won.
Or maybe because they played it and they
Conspiracy
won the
theories.
community shield because City.
They went and got pissed.
Yeah.
Madness. Yeah.
Because City were on the Sunday, not only they didn't win it, and they got an extra day to rest.
Yeah. So will this give Real Madrid an advantage going into the opening game?
If they lose.
I think even if they win, I don't think they're going to go get pissed. I think they'll go, okay, nice, big cup.
Wow, massive cup. We can add it to our our 14 Champions Leagues.
Yeah. But for Frankfurt, this is of course a momentous occasion.
Yeah.
Not like for the players they're playing against Real Madrid. For Oli Glasner, he gets to manage it against Real Madrid.
And Ancelotti.
And Carlo Ancelotti, of course. I mean, he's probably not that arsed about managing against Frankfurt.
Manager who does not care. Obviously, he cares.
I was going to say, I don't think he does not care, but
it looks like he's
it's just not
friendly.
the priority. If they don't win the Super Cup, he's not getting sacked.
I'm expecting her to like keep rotating the formation and roll on, roll off. So
it does have the feel of a friendly a bit at the moment. But I think this game will get interesting. Ant's going to have to try to get it gone. Valverde back
not
up into
like
the
that.
air.
That's very friendly. Like.
Oh,
that's
and
also
then Torre completely misses the header. But they have now managed to get it clear. Ants can now hooks it away.
He got lucky.
Can give Rafael Santos Borre. He's done very well. Kind of caught out Alaba and then got Militao. Militao got away with it.
Where is that? Oh, he's back now.
Yeah. He's gone for a bit of a mazy run forwards. Real Madrid probably feel like they can win this without needing to try too hard. Exactly. This is not going to be the most difficult game they face this season. And if it is, then they've had an absolute waltz to a Champions League win. Do you think Real are the favourites for another Champions League?
Yeah.
Because I don't think there's anyone that can challenge them.
Yeah, exactly. Who do you see stopping this side?
Like, Barca can't register anyone. Man City and Liverpool have both gone wholesale, massive changes up front, which could
Chelsea
hinder
have
them.
proven that they can beat Real on their day. I mean, I
think Chelsea can beat anyone on their day, but I'd be intrigued if Chelsea's signing settle in quicker than Nunes and Haaland and I think they can do.
The reason,
better.
especially under Tuchel, the reason we struggle in obviously last year we had a lot of injuries, but the reason we struggle in the league but we do so well in cups and things is because over one game Tuchel can get that team playing well.
I think consistency is a massive problem for Chelsea, but Tuchel is a mentality master in terms of a one game getting your team fired up, but also knowing what to say at half time to change the complexion of the fixture.
If I'm in a semi-final and I'm 1-0 down half time, I would want a Thomas Tuchel or
because I don't know what he says to him, but it always seems to work.
I feel the other passionate managers. I want.
I don't want a Saf who's just going to punch someone.
Exactly, but I want a Mourinho. I want a Tuchel.
But for his time,
to give me a kick up the arse and tell me what I need to do.
Yeah, Lensdown with injury. I think he was just caught in the air by Carvajal. They both went up for their ball. No malice in it, but yeah.
Yeah, just got caught by the shoulder there.
Yeah. Any Champions League team can beat Real Madrid on the day. Yeah, I would agree.
By the way, Chelsea fans, that Sarr goal was bloody lovely.
Yeah.
Also, we're watching Watford this Friday.
We will be watching Watford.
No, not this Friday, next Friday.
Yeah, not this Friday, next Friday. No,
this Friday.
This Friday.
This
Friday, yeah.
This Friday.
I was going to say, next Friday's Norwich Millwall, which we're not doing.
No,
but Watford Burnley this Friday should be a very good game. Join us there, 2 days' time. Yeah, then nothing on Saturday, but of course we're back with Chelsea Tottenham Sunday, and then Crystal Palace Liverpool we're covering on Monday. So a lot of fixtures coming up.
Yeah, Nick Nash is an ECL team can beat Real Madrid today. Sheriff last year.
And yet they went on to win it. So
exactly. Maybe Sheriff are massive.
Maybe they are better than everyone else. No other team beat Real Madrid. Other than Chelsea, I guess you could say.
We drew them, didn't we?
In the second game?
No, we didn't beat them, did we?
Oh.
Because I think we were going to go through. I remember celebrating like mad.
It wasn't a draw.
When because we lost in extra time in the end.
No, but we lost the first game 3-0. And then the second one was 4-1 in extra time, so that counts as a win in my eyes. For like individual matches.
It was 4-1 after 90 minutes and then 4-2 in extra time.
Yeah, exactly.
Because I remember Marcos Alonso scored the goal that would have put us 2 goals ahead, I think, wasn't it? No, he scored the goal to put us ahead, and then it was ruled off for a cruel handball.
That would have put us, ahead of it. SWFC Al, welcome back to the stream.
Yeah, you're keen.
I was going to say, you're in action tonight, aren't you? Let's have a little look at how you're getting on.
Sheffield Wednesday, Sunderland. Oh, hang on, Bore's in here. He's onside. Has a go. Good save for Courtois. Offside of
that was very powerful effort.
How on earth do you get from
1-0
Sheffield Wednesday?
Oh yeah,
that's a good start for you then.
Who got the goal?
Barry Bannon.
Adds in Iran after 16 minutes. Well done.
Barry Bannon isn't there.
I'll be honest. Yeah, there's no Barry Bannon. I do not recognise this Sheffield Wednesday. It's
Tyreek
been a while.
Bakinson, Dominic Iorfa.
He was Tyreek Bakinson was at
Bristol City.
Ipswich last season, wasn't he?
No, Bristol City.
Oh.
I think it is. I think that's what I'm thinking about. Anyway, Tyreek back.
Yeah, look.
I think is it.
He was on loan at Ipswich last season.
I didn't on loan.
I was going to say, I saw him playing for Ipswich. I know, as a Norwich fan, that's a disgrace, but I went and watched one Ipswich game because I was invited, and I saw he was pretty decent, that Tyreek Bakinson. Yeah.
But Ipswich got lost last night.
City beat them 4-3, but the goals conceded ultimately cost them. Yes.
Oh yeah, I see.
Forgot about that game, yeah.
Because again, that was because obviously they had 4-1 down, and the Rodrigo double in the last 2 minutes.
I can see Real winning it again. I just don't know who challenges them this year.
Yeah.
Because I as much as you can say City, I don't think they break down Real Madrid. They struggle to break down West Ham. If it wasn't for the penalty, which Courtois doesn't make that mistake.
No.
Simple as. So I don't know how they break down Real Madrid.
And again, defensively, I think City have still got to work on it. They can't be starting Nathan Ake.
I think an injury crisis will cost one of those sides. Yeah. And Liverpool as well. Liverpool defensively are not great. Do you remember Sam Hutchinson?
Yes.
That name does ring a bell.
Yeah. Defensive midfielder, right? Or centre half?
Yeah.
I think you can play both.
It's a bit of a throwback. I just remember Bannon like 2017.
Hutchinson.
Curnham top corner.
Who's a striker?
Are Wednesday still in the Championship?
No.
League One, right? Oh, Deja Kamada's in.
Oh, hang on,
it was a great ball across. Kamada
good save
again.
Courtois again.
Courtois, you're not getting the ball past him.
No.
That's the second time now they've been through. I know the first time was offside, but you're not getting past him.
Frankfurt and getting in behind, and that's a lovely rounded goalkeeper kick.
I was going to mention it. That does look gorgeous. What are your thoughts on Timeshare? It's a very Marmite kit. I absolutely adore it. What do you think?
What, the rounded one?
Yeah.
Can't see it.
Have you not seen it at all?
No.
Okay. It's an Adidas
that's a good start.
template in terms of purple. You've got the 3 stripes. They're in purple, and then you have the collar. What?
What's going on with their collar and?
Do you like the collar?
No, I do like the collars. They just seem like they're doing on every single Adidas shirt this year.
It is, yeah. They have found a collar they like, and they've put it on everyone. But
oh, ball in, looking for Erda.
I guess it is just easier to manufacture the same kit 9 times and change the colours than it is to do I'd give everyone a collar every different year.
Yeah.
Which is be my fault. Like when Puma, if you think back to last season where they did this same away kits for about 6 different clubs that looked horrific, and they could only use them in the Champions League because, well, I know City at least weren't allowed to use it in the Prem because it didn't have the badge, which is not allowed in the Premier League. They were just hideous kits. Vinicius has just got past Torre. That's a lovely bit of skill, and he's done fantastic to keep it on. He nutmegged someone, but comes to nothing.
Conor Wigan, that's a striker for Sheffield.
I used to love him on Championship Manager, yeah. It's a much more even contest than the odds were suggesting pre-match. Bayern Munich would rip this Madrid team to shreds. I think it's an interesting point. I don't think they do. I think Bayern are very...
Rangers would.
Bayern are very good at what they do. Fela Mendy's in, but it's well covered by...
I think Bayern are worse off with Mane than Lewandowski.
Yeah, I would be in agreement with that. But I think Lewandowski's worse off with Barcelona than he is with Bayern as well, which is interesting. But, I mean, on the topic of Barcelona, I'm watching Real Madrid at the moment, but let's talk about Barcelona. They've got a massive problem. So at the moment, they cannot register any of their new signings because they are massively over their wage cap and stuff. And that is a massive problem for them. But Kessie and Christensen, because they've joined on free transfers, can just leave.
Yeah.
Piqué's playing for minimum wage next season. He said. He's told Barcelona he will play for nothing, and they've gone, well, we legally can't do that, but minimum wage? So he's on...
What is minimum wage?
I believe it's £1,000 a week in Spain, or £1,000 a month.
Because he probably was on about 100.
That's what I'm saying, yeah, exactly. Well, he was already on a wage cut. But it makes sense, because he's going to be immortalised now in Barcelona history.
Benzema,
Vinicius... that's a brilliant...
Off the line from Tuta.
Off the line? Oh, yeah, so I thought that was slam dunk goal.
Yeah, Tuta off the line for Frankfurt.
It was Tuta, yeah.
Stays still now.
He looks really good in this game, Tuta. In the centre of that three.
That's so clever from Benzema.
He looks fantastic.
Because I think any other striker shoots here and misses, but he lays it off to Vinicius. Vinicius does nothing wrong. Tuta's super.
No, not at all.
I think it might have been hitting the post anyway, though.
I think it posted
it. But he's not going to take that risk, is he? If they're going to leave it and go, well, we'll hope for the best. Yeah, it was going wide.
No, I don't know. And he's done really well there because he makes contact with his left foot, which would then just put it in his own net. But it hits his right. He has his right there. So
what Frankfurt have done well. I know we're only 17 minutes has flown by the way. We've done a lot of talking, but that's all right. That's why we're here. What Frankfurt are doing well is they're defending really solidly, but they're also getting forward and having chances.
Being on a free transfer doesn't mean you can just leave if you enter into a contract. Well, it kind of does because they can't register them at all.
So technically, they are.
So there's no transfer to talk about because obviously if you look at the Lewandowski deal, the transfer's been negotiated. He has left a contract at one club and has signed a contract with a new club. But on the deals where they join on free, in theory, they've not actually signed with Barcelona because they can't be registered at the club.
Oh, Modric.
So. On a technicality, Kessie and Christensen are free to leave if they wanted to.
Yeah. Because
they cannot be registered.
If you're Chelsea, do you go back and get them both?
No. You do not get Christensen back.
Kessie?
Maybe.
I think
probably.
Or
not.
United.
United should definitely go and get Kessie. But
both. If you're United, you go get both.
Is Kessie going to leave on a free? No. Is Christensen going to leave on a free? No. There's a reason they've joined Barcelona despite the fact that they can't be registered. They're not now going to go, oh, actually, yeah, I'll piss off then.
They're getting paid.
If they get to the fast start of the season, then I imagine they will, probably leave if they're not registered. But for now, at least, they'll stay around. And by the time that it's the start of the season rolls around, it's the 1st of September. But they've got a lot of shifting to do. The transfer contract is separate to the La Liga registration. What do you mean? All I've seen is an article which stated that because it's a free transfer, both of them can leave. I've not seen any more detail about that. Other than that. And it was a respectable source. I can't remember who it was.
A right mess at the moment. One of the biggest teams ever in football, one of the giants of football.
But they've got a shift of Aubameyang, they've got a shift De Jong, they've got a shift to Depay.
So they've offered them all to that's why Barcelona.
Chelsea, But it looks like Depay will go to Juventus, which, I mean, we were talking about the Juventus attacking out lineup earlier. further complicates what the hell is going on there.
To be fair, at least I don't have to start Morata left wing anymore.
Well, they start Depay there.
Better than Morata.
But where do you start Chiesa?
Right.
Where do you start Di Maria?
Left.
Where do you start
Left.
Depay?
Right.
Yeah, but Depay was on the left. Where's Vlahovic starting?
Centre.
Then where's Depay?
Left.
With Di Maria?
Yeah, they're both
Overload.
Now, you rotate options.
Yeah. They want De Jong to take a pay cut. He said no. They want De Jong to go back to his original contract because they believe that
I'll be honest.
something like there's some there was some reason that he should go back. I haven't actually looked into it that much, but they were trying to get they were trying to get him on some technicality to drop back to his original contract when he joined Barcelona and not his improved deal that he signed, I believe, 2 years ago now.
I'll be honest. I don't think anyone has a clue what's going on at that club.
It is an absolute joke. And then they've bought Bernardo Silva for 50 mil. And I can't understand that. One, how have Man City...
Players?
How have Man City allowed them to go 50 mil? And two, yeah, as you say, why are they doing it? These players have been playing for absolutely nothing. You've got
being bankrupt and then going to the supermarket and buying more things.
You've got Rafinha, Bernardo Silva, Lewandowski all in the door, and you've not shifted anyone on yet. But then they go and sign Gavi to another new deal. Like, I don't know how they're going to get away with this. Again, it's ridiculous that they are getting away with it. Like, La Liga and the Champions League need to be more strict with their FFP enforcement.
But this rate, they haven't got any players, although they can still register that.
There's nothing to do with negative finances. It's all about profit and loss over the last 2 years in FFP.
Yeah.
But equally, I don't understand how they're still in the profit.
No.
Griezmann,
Do you get a loss
120
mil?
mil.
Do you get a loss of 200 million?
Dembele, 120 mil. And,
Suarez.
not Suarez, 120 mil. Coutinho, 130 mil. That's 300 and what? 80 mil already there?
Then who have they sold?
370? They've not sold 370 million worth of players. Neymar for 200 mil does help, but that's not in the 3 year period anymore. So it doesn't actually achieve anything.
No, but equally the Coutinho.
Yeah, I was going to say Coutinho and that are now moving out of 3 years as well, I guess. But yeah, they've not sold anyone for years. So I don't know where their money is.
They'll be alright. They can sell Aubameyang, De Jong, Depay.
But it's Barcelona. Everyone wants to play for him. Exactly. Everyone wants to play for Barcelona, and it is absolutely ridiculous when they're just not. They're not achieving anything at the moment. They're very poor, but they've got the name. They've got the reputation. It matters so much in football. Players will play for Barcelona because they're Barcelona, and not because it's like an attractive prospect. Like for Rafinha, it makes no logical sense to go to a bankrupt club in Barcelona over a financially stable outfit that's fighting for like Premier Leagues and Champions Leagues in Chelsea. But he made that decision because it's FC Barcelona. The same for Christensen, who left on free. The same applies for any player that's joined him. Like Lewandowski, he's left a right side that we're fighting for the Champions League because it's FC Barcelona. But it's those players that are kind of throwing their careers down the drain, I'd say.
Mm-hmm. Meanwhile, their rivals Real Madrid are winning Champions Leagues, everyone's happy.
And, well, they're not winning the Super Cup. It's been a dry game, as you can kind of sense by our random discussions.
No,
I mean, there have been chances, but there's not really anything happened in the last 10 minutes, at least.
That's why I've been waffling about Barcelona being Barcelona. Helsinki's lovely.
It's an alright ground, yeah.
Not the ground, right?
I've not seen a single pan shot yet from BT, so I don't know. But I'm waiting for one.
You surely have seen a picture of Helsinki.
Yeah, but not. I don't know. I presume that sounds like a firework.
Hang on.
That's a brilliant challenge from Militao, and then he just springboarded back up.
We're not good at that.
So, nice little run inside. To be fair, finds Nauf in a wide area.
Oh, go on.
He gets a shot away again, though. Courtois is absolutely massive.
He is mad.
That doesn't matter. It's not like, they're having 50 shots, they're going to get one of these in. They're not. It's Courtois. That's what annoys me even more about the fact he left.
Oh, so good.
In the way he did, because he is the best keeper in the world.
But I love Eddie Mendy, Sam.
I do love Eddie Mendy, but he's not as good as Thibaut Courtois.
Well,
Much that's hard to say, he's not as good as Thibaut Courtois.
A bit more acrobatic.
Yeah, but Courtois doesn't need to be fucking acrobatic. He fills the goal. What's he going to lean up to? Catch it before it goes out into the crowd. If it was acrobatic, he'd miss the shots on the floor. Doesn't it need to be acrobatic? Because
he sticks his arm out to save it.
Yeah.
He could lay down, he'd cover the whole...
Gary Weissman welcome to the stream with just
a bomb.
A bomb, great. Evening, gents. Great to see you, Gary. I know, but Nick Knight does not play for Barca anymore. I know, but they lost 80 million on him. Yeah, I mean, in any context, how can anyone afford to lose 80 million pounds on an asset?
I know.
Like, even outside of football, no one does that and goes, well, we're fine.
Any business lose 80 million pounds
on a single asset, yeah.
And they go, yeah, we'll survive. Wait, Gary, that's probably one of the best entrances I've seen to a stream. A bomb.
Just blowing everything up. Modric, back to Militao. Griezmann the same, signed for 108 million, and they loan out to Atletico 2 years later. He left on a free, didn't he, Griezmann? Or a very cheap deal?
I don't know. What was the point in that Griezmann deal? Also, this is kind of coming back to my point with Alvaro Morata. I think Alvaro Morata is just a money laundering scheme between different clubs.
He's alright at football, but
he's been everywhere. Chelsea, Atletico Madrid, Juventus,
Real Madrid.
Yeah.
But yeah, he joined for 31 mil in a year's time. What? I think. Hang on. He will join Atletico Madrid again for 31 million in 2023.
Why in 2023?
I don't know. No, I've read that wrong. He's on a 2-year loan. It expires at the end of next season. His market value is...
loan of obligation to buy.
I don't think there is an obligation.
From
what I looked on Transfermarkt, he will return to Barcelona at the moment, at the end of the loan in 2023.
Alaba.
But I mean, I don't imagine he will return to Barcelona.
I don't think we've said a word out of the game, you know.
He's been out. There's been a few chances, but in general, I mean, Frankfurt have looked good. Yeah. What else is there to say? But Real are taking this leisurely.
They're not letting... Yeah, Real look like I don't really care, but I do think...
Real look like a side that hasn't played in a few months.
But again, all it takes...
Frankfurt look like a side that played last Friday.
One little winker from... One little raise the eyebrow from Ancelotti.
Oh, right, yeah.
Suddenly it's
not,
3,
don't
4,
describe
5
it as a winker.
But no, it's not a wink, is it? It's a eyebrow raise.
Did Real win a free kick?
I don't know. Both players went
It looked like they did, and I think that because I just saw Oli Glasner sprint at him. So yeah, Lenz and again these two, Lenz and Carvalho, have been in the wars tonight, but they're both going for a challenge, and it's given a free kick in Real's favour, and the Frankfurt touchline are not happy about that at all. Real Madrid's business model, buying superstar players at their peak, has always been unsustainable. Barca just exposed that. Just exposed that. Barca in the post-Pep era has got dragged into playing the same game pretty much from that Neymar signing onwards. Yeah, but then if you look at Real's signings now, already in Charmany, Eduardo Camavinga, Ferdinand Mendy, Edo Militao, they've switched up their transfer strategy. They're going for young talents who are very good in the current stage. I agree, they have signed some high-profile players as well, but they are targeting good young players, and then they're targeting experience on free transfers.
But even young,
because if you look
young,
yeah, I mean if he plays as well as you'd expect Camavinga and Tchouaméni to do, then yeah, it's interesting. But then you look at I know a few years back they added Eden Hazard for 130 mil. That was very much the end of we're going to buy superstar players at the peak, I would say. Yeah. They've not signed anyone like that since then.
It's a good point. I mean, the Barca one as well is again.
But Barca since Neymar, yeah, I'd have to agree. They have just gone. We're going to throw money at players who are considered to be the world's best, and hope that works. But it's not the same transfer fees at all. Like Camavinga joined Real for 40 mil. Barca took the same or a similar punt on Ousmane Dembele or 120 mil. Which at the time was a ridiculous transfer fee. Of course, it's still a really, really big fee, but we have seen more and more players moving clubs for around the 100 mil mark. When you consider that Harry Maguire's an 80 mil player, Grealish is a 100 mil player.
Yeah, but that's English tax.
Yeah, homegrown does help, but
Homegrown player from one English club to another English club for an England player is going to be more expensive. If
an
his
England
name
star,
was
yeah.
Jackrell Grealishio from Portugal and he's going from Sporting to City, maybe that's a 60, 70 mil player.
Yeah, good old Jack or Grealish, yeah.
I don't know. Hey, oh, hang on. Now,
my 4-1 prediction is looking a bit silly now. Yeah, Real aren't really creating as many chances as you'd expect.
Real second half could come out the blocks.
Frankfurt defending very astutely.
Yeah.
I also find it interesting that BT use FRA as the abbreviation.
Use FRA.
I know, but like everyone else on the planet, every other thing uses SGE. They don't do abbreviations.
They do the whole name, don't they? Is it still 1-0 Sheffield's Wednesday?
Okay, I'll hit refresh. Have a look. Yes, I believe it's also half time. Oh no, we're approaching, fast approaching half time.
Didn't like it.
Here, 90 min. Andres Christensen and Frank Kessie could leave Barcelona in the coming days. It's here on football.
Miners ball in.
Let me have a look here.
Only Mike Oliver could get up at a player who goes down holding his head. Ball's bouncing around now.
So yeah, because this article just says if you go to it's on 90min.com. They could both leave Andres Christensen and Frank Kessie could both leave Barcelona as free agents in the coming days if the club fails to register them before their La Liga opener against Rayo Vallecano on Saturday. So yeah. What are the SG in SGE? Soccer in Germans. No, I believe it's Sportgenemizer or something like that. I did look at this the other day.
Sportgenemizer Eintracht Frankfurt.
Yes. It goes back to their roots and stuff. What they used to be called.
Yeah. Or their whole name. That obviously us English people just go Eintracht Frankfurt.
Yeah, well everyone does.
Yeah. Sportgemeinder.
Yeah, it's taken from the club's old official name, Sportgemeinde Eintracht Frankfurt, which roughly translates into English as Sports Community Harmony. So, yeah. That is why it's SGE. Soccer in German's Eintracht. Jack and Harry, I love your F1 channel. I appreciate it, Chelsea fan. We're trying hard on there as well. Obviously, the priority at the moment is the football chat, but yeah, we are putting out some good quality banging videos out on there as well. So if you do like F1, check that out in the channel section of our channel. Ollie the Nick, who's playing better?
It's hard to say.
I was going to say it's been a tight affair.
I'll say compared to what we're expecting, I'll say Frankfurt.
Yeah,
so I think Real would have been expecting to be 1-2.
They are outperforming expectations. Real are taking this a little leisurely. They do look like a side that haven't played much in terms of competitive football in the last few months, which of course is true.
Yeah.
Frankfurt do look like a side who, of course, started their campaign last weekend. But yeah. But surely they're still contracted to the club, whether registered for the domestic league or not. Apparently not. According to 90min.com, because that seems to be how La Liga registration works, apparently. But, yeah.
So if you're not registered, you didn't pay a fee for the player, you have...
Because there's a salary cap, which I guess means it operates outside the rules of registration and contracts. Operate outside of the rules of how normal business contracts would work.
If you went into a supermarket, you picked up something, you scanned it, but then didn't pay for it and just walked out with it, that's the kind of situation they're in.
Yes.
What?
It's more like if the government said that every business could only have a max wage. And they had too many people in there in the wage. But in this situation, I guess La Liga create the rules around the contracts.
Yeah,
but
maybe not. Yeah. Run out of shot.
But it goes on to say about the well-publicised ongoing financial difficulties due to the strict salary cap, which, apparently this article uses forced Messi to leave in 2021. He chose to leave because he didn't want to lower his contract to the point.
He could pay for $1,000 a week like PK.
He could, but...
That's a great drive from Valverde.
He's not.
And then he just kicked it into the dick out.
Which is fair. I don't understand people, having a go at Messi because he refused to play at that ridiculous contract.
You wouldn't stay at your job and pay for the minimum wage.
Any other profession. I know there is, of course, a emotional aspect to it, but it is a profession for them at the end of the day. You are going to go wherever is paying you the most.
Yeah.
Of course, you could choose to stay at the club you're at and that.
As much as I love this, also I don't get paid for it. But if I was paid 50 grand to do this, and then you came up to me one day and went, "Yeah, well, can you stay? But I'll only give you 200 grand a week."
And
to do
BT offering you a mill to sit and talk to Rio.
I'm gonna go talk to Rio. Actually, no, I'm not. No, I'm not.
Staying over for it.
No, I would talk to Rio Ferdinand. You're welcome on the
Yeah, I've been seeing levers mentioned in the context of the league and their financial situation. Do you guys know what these are? No, I don't think even the club knows what these are. But it's basically just seems to be ways in which they can get more money or salary cap or something, I would guess.
It's all a bit dodgy and unknown.
But it's just like, we're going to pull this and we're sorted. But I don't really understand any of the Barcelona situation. It is so confusing. All that I understand is they don't have any money. They're like
and so who
a
knows
billion
how
in
much
debt
of it is
and
above board.
seemingly they get away with it.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, I imagine there are sort of La Liga are going to try and get Barcelona out of this situation, but the salary cap is interesting.
Yeah.
And it's also interesting that a lot more players haven't decided to lower their contracts, or at least been asked to lower their contracts. But
think,
it doesn't help them when they've got like Antoine Griezmann, I imagine, is someone who's not going to lower his contract.
No.
And I don't imagine Atleti are paying 100% of his wages while he's on loan there.
Gavi, Pedri,
What
Fati, Aubameyang,
what are they on
Depay,
is what I want to know.
Torres.
I don't imagine it's very publicly available, all of the contract details, but I'd love to know who's on what, because it's interesting.
It's still going to get there though, isn't it? Who's the left wing back?
No, Lindstrom. Didn't quite get that. The levers are selling off future income or club assets, as far as I understand it. Yeah, I mean, I have seen that they are selling, looking to sell percentage of the club, which doesn't make any sense, because I thought it was like, is it not like fan-owned?
Vinicius!
Great save and trap. Got enough on it to push it wide. But, because they vote in the president, don't they?
Yeah.
So it must be owned at least somewhat by the fans.
Like the live stream they did that had donations turned on. And the fact they're selling chocolate now as well. There's Barcelona chocolate you can buy in Spain.
There's also you can get your wedding done there.
Yeah, you can get a wedding. But I saw obviously they announced it and someone heard you can't actually register your marriage though.
That's good.
Alaba flicked across goal.
There we go.
Alaba 1-0.
It didn't take long, but finally they've broken the deadlock, Real Madrid. It was a corner headed down, and Alaba sticks it home. And that is probably going to be the end of the action for the night. Real might score a few more, but I imagine that is over. Future broadcasting rights and their marketing arm. Yeah.
Oh yeah, they tried to get their Champions League.
Yeah, they want their Champions League money early, which is
4 years.
Ridiculous.
Benzema,
because
Militao,
how can you say? I guess it would have to be a loan from UEFA, and then if you don't make it, you pay it back. Obviously, but you would be expecting them to make it, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Realistically, but yeah. And Chelsea fan, big up. Congrats to your family member. They've had a baby girl on Monday. So yeah, send them our best wishes. In fact, clip this up. Congratulations on your baby, and send that to her.
Or just make the baby start watching TFC already.
Yeah, get it ingrained and subscribe. Make it a YouTube account.
Yeah, welcome to the world. Here is the best YouTube channel ever. This is all you're going to watch.
From a young age. By the way, up to 742 on the topic of subscribers. Maybe that is.
Coco Melon in the mud.
The baby's watching. A goal indeed. Yeah. It's been a while.
Ball back in. Bora. Shot.
That was Courtois. Lindstrom, wasn't it? Lens into Lindstrom. It was Bora. Sorry, yeah.
He sees like a sore thumb because of his blonde hair, his highlight hair.
Yeah, Lindstrom and Kamada are swapped sides. I think that's thrown me.
Yeah, 15's Kamada, out wide, Bora's in there.
Yeah, but also they don't look the same. Kamada's got bushy hair, or at least a lot more hair than Lindstrom does.
I think this might be it for tonight.
I mean, if Frankfurt are we're going to win this, it's going to be a 1-0 goal late on. It's going to be a scrappy goal or an early goal, and then they just defend backs to the wall. Yeah. But they are 1-0 down. They're not going to score 2. They might get 1, take it extra time, I guess, but yeah.
So the next interesting thing of the night will be the Carabao Cup draw.
Oh, Barcelona fan-owned. I mean, the questions. Are Barcelona in debt? Are Barcelona in the Champions League? Are Barcelona beaches nice? Are they going bust? Are they fan-owned? Are they broke in the Europa League? It's owned by its registered members and supporters. It does not follow the private models of ownership followed by many clubs in the Premier League. Like a few other clubs in Spain, Barcelona follows the socio system of ownership and is entirely owned by the fans of the club. This is what I'm saying.
I like how they run it in Germany.
Yeah, Germany is...
The 51-49%.
51-49. Every club has to be owned by the fans, which is amazing.
But the way they do it, so it's 51 and 49. So
yes, and the fans have a controlling stake.
But the owners have 1% extra, don't they? It's 51 to 49.
No, the fans have the controlling stake.
Oh, I didn't realise that.
So the owners can't go in there. They do have more of a percentage than any other individual, but as a collective, the fans can get rid of the owner. Obviously,
that's
they can overpower it.
I don't like you. Get out.
Well, it just stops there being any sort of.
Think about it in the Premier League. No Glazers. They're gone.
There'd be no owners. There would be no owner that could. You wouldn't see the Saudis come in and be able to dominate.
No.
But the problem is, it does restrict growth. There is a reason why the Premier League is the biggest league, but it's the best league by quite a mile, because everyone is in it. There's so much money in the league, and even if you look down at the Championship, it's widely considered as one of the better leagues in the world, even though it's the second division. Benzema,
it's just wide. It's best second division by far.
Yeah, easily. I mean, I'd argue it's better than a lot of first divisions. It's not like better than Liga, and people who say that are just stupid. But or just it's the thing of it's a farmers' league, but it's not. No, it is if you chop off PSG, it's a fantastic league. It's just that one team has had a huge investment.
But also, if you pick the top of the Championship, Fulham last year, and put them against PSG. Not a chance.
They're changing the rules in Premier League to stop leveraged buyouts. That's interesting. But I don't see the problem in it. I know it can remove the soul of the club and stuff.
Just quickly, it is extra time and penalties.
Interesting, yeah, of course. Yeah. Oh, yeah, no, of course. Yeah, it does go extra time and then goes to penalties. But, yeah, I don't think it's necessarily a bad thing the owner comes in. Because if someone with a lot of money could come into Barcelona, a billionaire, a multi-billionaire comes in, they'd fix the Barcelona problems instantly. Yeah, you'd have to play around with FFP a bit, you'd have some dodgy sponsors for a bit, but I mean, they'd be instantly sorted. I mean, they're sponsored by Spotify now, aren't they? If the owner of Spotify, Daniel Ek, came in and bought Barcelona would be in a much better financial situation, and they would still have the reputation that they have. Yeah, they might lose some fans, or at least people would probably slate them for losing that, fan-owned model of ownership. But you would then they would be able to fix their financial woes.
Yeah.
But I guess you do sort of lose the fabric of the club, the fact it is owned by the fans. But I mean, they're so far in debt at the moment that I don't know how they're going to fix that.
Yeah, no.
Championship is a great league, properly competitive across the board. Well, it's a very good mixture of overachieving minnows on small budgets and underachieving giants on massive budgets, and it's a glorious clash of both of those things, because you have, yes, every season you get one club that just wins every game and dominates it usually.
Yeah.
Wolves, Leeds, Norwich, Fulham in recent years at least.
Norwich this year though. Oh dear.
Yeah.
I
imagine it'll be Burnley that dominate this league this year, like they did when they were last in the Championship. But yeah, it's just you tend to see that, but then after that, everyone is so close.
Yeah, I mean it's
you just see a lot of surprises.
It's like all the lower leagues in England for English football. I can always see bottom of the Championship going away to second of the Championship and beating them. It's that close.
Yeah. It's not unrealistic.
In the Premier League,
you think Bournemouth and Fulham, if they get a draw against Liverpool, it's a miracle.
Yeah, I wouldn't expect Bournemouth to go to Anfield and win 4-0.
Or Bournemouth to go to City this weekend and get a win.
Yeah,
if it has, it'll be absolutely mental. De Jong to Chelsea starting up tonight. Something might happen tonight. De Jong to Chelsea's been hotting up over the last few days indeed. It seems like the players finally come around to the idea that maybe being at a very poor side that aren't exactly in the best place to challenge for Champions League is probably worse than being a financial secure club. So yeah, alright. The problem with leveraged buyouts is it uses borrowed money, i.e. money the owners don't have, just as a club. Sorry, I didn't really take into account the leveraged aspect, because obviously if you look at, isn't Todd Bowley's all through Clear Lake Capital, or a lot of it's through Clear Lake Capital, which does poses some long-term problems, but as long as Chelsea are successful through the next few years, like claim at least a few trophies, I think it's fine, and maintain their current positioning in terms of
money,
reputation and stuff.
Champions League win, money.
Exactly, yeah.
Do the quintuple, money. Can't do that, can we?
No, but technically you can, because you usually base things like quintuple and sextuple over a 12-month period.
Calendar year.
Yeah, calendar year. Sorry, that's what I was thinking. I just couldn't think of the word. But yeah, you base it off of the competitions you won, and then the competitions you go on to win because you won those previous competitions. Like when Bayern Munich won everything possible for 12 months, which happens frequently. But to be fair, they don't usually win absolutely everything. It was just when Hans-Dieter Flick obviously just won everything.
DFB Pokal went to Freiburg. No,
it was Leipzig. Freiburg lost in the final to Leipzig.
Yeah.
Because that is the big thing, isn't it? A lot of German football fans absolutely despise RB Leipzig because it completely ignores sort of how every other club is run. It's owned by Red Bull.
Yeah.
Do they have the 51-49 in Leipzig?
You must think, isn't it mandatory?
But if you're already owned a separate way before you join the league, surely they can't then change that.
Red Bull. That's half time.
So yeah, it's not a terrible half of football, but certainly not stunning. Okay, see you in a few moments. Piss off, yeah.
Yeah, that was boring.
See you Friday. Alright, so I was just going to have a look. RB Leipzig, 49-51 owned. I'm intrigued because... Let's have a look. It appears it doesn't. It's the 50+1 rule. Okay. I don't know. But yeah. Waiting for Monster to sponsor a rival club. Sorry? Isn't Monster... I presume you're talking about the brand there, but rival club to who? I'm so confused. Eintracht Frankfurt, we move. Welcome, Aaron. Yeah, they've not been great, but to be fair, they have put in a good shift. But you can't concede and then expect to win. But yeah. Monster Energy Dortmund. Oh, sorry. Yeah, Gary, I was very slow on that. Yeah, it's just not going to happen. That's the thing, because every other club has to abide by the 51-49 ownership, and it seems like Leipzig don't. Interesting. Okay, yeah, I'm going to talk about it more when Harry's back, but yeah. Casemiro looks like the Pillsbury Doughboy, his Joker face. I don't know what you're referring to, Daniel Kaleda, but yeah, so apologies. He might do, he might not. I don't know. So yeah, I was looking at RB Leipzig.
Yeah.
It's an interesting thing. So when they bought out, so yeah, every club in Germany has to follow the 51-49 rule, apart from Hoffenheim, Leverkusen, and Wolfsburg.
Right.
Because the rule came with an added clause that a person or a group is investing in the club for more than 20 years, they can appeal to get the majority of the ownership, which Leverkusen, Wolfsburg, and Hoffenheim all have. Leverkusen was owned by the company Bayer, Wolfsburg is owned by Volkswagen, and Hoffenheim was founded by Dietmar Hopp, and yeah, they all managed to get through. And then, so Leipzig, what they did is when they bought the club SSV Markranstadt, they discovered a loophole in the system in Germany. By 2009, the club only had 17 paying members. So obviously, they are Red Bull people, I'd imagine, or at least a very few amount of fans, compared to Dortmund's 170,000 members. I think. Or no, it might be 1.7 million. Something's happened to that number that doesn't make any sense. But yeah, they were all Red Bull employees, the 17 paying members. So it's easy for the company to acquire the ownership status. After buying the club, they changed the name to Red Bull Leipzig. But since DFB wouldn't allow them to use the name of the company, they changed to Rasenball Sport Leipzig and abbreviate that to RB Leipzig. But yeah, so they just rose through this tier like that, and it's fan owned, but the fans are Red Bull people because they didn't have any fans really before. Thoughts on Werner's time at Chelsea? A unfortunate failure because I think there is
on the Champions League.
Did win the Champions League? Did become the player with the most offside goals in the Premier League? But he's a great guy, a great personality, but he just never really did well enough in the Premier League to warrant staying around.
It's annoying because he looked fantastic in his first Better Leipzig.
He did look really good, and I think if he's if he'd gone to a Liverpool the first time round, or in the future if he's at Real Madrid or a club like that, he could do very well. Or at Bayern Munich, I think long term he will do very well. But right now, not the kind of player. 25 mil is a little bit cheap, I'd say. Ideally, you'd get 30, but I think you should take any fee you get, I guess. Yeah. Chelsea are going to be complying with FFP, obviously, because they have 200 mil to work with. Because of the change of ownership, you then get your FFP reset. And obviously, you have it. So in the Premier League and Champions League, you have a 200 mil loss margin.
Yeah.
So, yeah, they've got margin to work with there. A few sales as well. It helps. But, yeah, Fofana, De Jong, and, Kukurea, Koulibaly have all come in this window. Fofana and De Jong still pending. Obviously, they've not happened yet, but it could be interesting to see.
Sterling.
He's on big wages, don't forget. Yeah, it's a wage you can clear off, and it does help. Obviously, Rudiger as well wanted even more than he had already, and he left.
And Koulibaly
Same for Christensen was on a big deal as well.
Those two. Maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know. Obviously, but.
So it seems all right. It seems like they've done well, Chelsea, in terms of sorting out. And, of course, it is over a 2-year period. 2 year period? Yeah, it's a 2-year period. So Chelsea can afford to make over 200 mil loss now and regain that in the next year and a half. Yeah. But obviously they have to be confident they'd be able to do that, so it seems all right. But, yeah, next Tuesday, Champions League qualification, Rangers versus PSV Eindhoven. Yeah. I didn't know that was going on. We won't be live for it, but an interesting game. Regardless, of course, the Champions League is actually back on Tuesday, 6th of September.
Not far
which is ridiculously close.
Yeah.
We are, the 10th of August today? That is 26 days away. Wow. And we don't even know the draw yet. Wow. When is the draw?
Don't know.
Isn't that like 2 weeks before then? We are planning to stream the draw. Let me have a look. UCL draw. I think it's a 4 p.m. draw.
Lovely. Great, that's fantastic.
What?
4 p.m.
Should be alright. Have a look.
But yeah, in terms of tonight's game, it has just been a friendly. The goal
it's on the 25th of August. So 2 weeks before the Champions League starts. Like 12 days, actually. Before the Champions League starts is when they're drawing who's going to actually play who. 6 o'clock CET. What does that relate to? What does that change to?
That's Central Eastern Time. That's not what we need.
Thank you.
What's this,
8 p.m. CET is 7 p.m. BST. So yeah, it's 5 o'clock BST.
It's 7 o'clock.
No, it's 6 o'clock, and then that becomes. It's on Thursday, 25th of August at 5 o'clock.
So it'll start at 6, then won't it? By the time I've done
it might do. Yeah, we'll hope to be live for it. We'll have a look at whether that's possible or not.
On what day?
Thursday, the 25th.
Not a chance then.
Well, 5 o'clock we might be able to do it. We'll have a look at it. Yeah. In Werner's first season at Chelsea, he had 18 goals assists in the Premier League, which is actually okay. Yeah, and he didn't play. He hasn't played predominantly through the middle, which is his position. Yeah, but also never played to his strengths. So I think he did all right considering all those factors.
Goal against Liverpool at Anfield, I remember.
Yeah. By the way, I believe Celtic are in the Champions League. So that's interesting.
How have we done that then?
They've obviously qualified, haven't they? But that we could, for the first time in 15 years, if Rangers beat PSV next Tuesday, we'll have 2 Scottish sides in the Champions League. First time in 15 years, which is a pretty momentous occasion.
Yeah. You don't get anything for this, do you, when the Super Cup, apart from the fancy little trophy?
No, you just get money possibly. Because you get TV money, which will help Frankfurt massively. A lot more than it will help Real Madrid. So yeah, looking at pot A is Real Madrid, Frankfurt, Manchester City, AC Milan, Bayern Munich, PSG, Porto, and Ajax. So it does help when you've got like Frankfurt in there.
If I'm Chelsea, I want Frankfurt.
Or Porto or Ajax.
Yeah.
Ideally, obviously. But pot 2, I'd argue, is probably stronger than pot 1. Liverpool, Chelsea, Barca, Juve, Atleti, Sevilla, RB Leipzig, and Tottenham. So I guess if you're Frankfurt, you would want RB Leipzig, but you can't get them, so you'd want Sevilla, probably.
Yeah.
So I mean, yeah, and then third pot is Dortmund, Salzburg, Shakhtar Donetsk, Inter, Napoli, Sporting, Bayer Leverkusen, Marseille, Club Brugge, and
You want
Salzburg.
Shakhtar, Club Brugge.
But that is more than 8, isn't it? Yeah. So I presume obviously you've still got a few more sides to come into that.
Yeah.
To sort it into 3 and 4. But yeah. €5 million for the €5 for the winner tonight. Yeah, that does make a huge difference.
Pretty good for
Looks like it's going to be going to Real. Yeah.
They're not going to get it. No offence to them, but I don't see them scoring a goal.
Right, we haven't got too long to the second half.
No, we haven't.
I might go take a quick break and then I'll be back in a mo. So keep the 18 watching now. It's gone down to 16. They're all gutted. I'm going, but keep them entertained for a few moments. I'll be back soon.
Hey everyone, it's me.
I haven't really talked about the game yet.
3.318 million euros for the runner-up. So Frankfurt will still get 3.8 million euros just for being there, for turning up. That's pretty big. That's very, very big. If Rangers qualify, it must be an incredible day for all the fans that stuck with them through the whole bankruptcy fiasco and restarting from the bottom. Yeah, definitely. And obviously, it was a big thing for Rangers fans last year to even get to the Europa League final. Obviously, gutted they didn't win it, but still a momentous occasion for them to manage to get to the final. And as you say, if they can qualify for the Champions League, that's an even bigger accomplishment. Plus 25% of proceeds from tickets sold. That's pretty big then. That's pretty big for Frankfurt. 3.8 million plus 25% of tickets sold. That's very good money. And all they've done is turn up. So for Real Madrid, they don't need the money. They're Real Madrid. I'm sure they could survive without an extra 5 million euros. But yeah, in terms of the game itself, we've seen nothing. It was a goal from a corner. Benzema headed it on to Casemiro, who headed it on to Alaba, who finished it into an empty net. Apart from that, we've seen 1 or 2 chances for Frankfurt, but both were saved by Courtois. Yeah, not much to talk about. As we said, it's got a very pre-season friendly kind of vibe to it. It's very leisurely. It's quite a calm game. It's not, no one's chucking in big tackles. No one's working their arse off to win the ball back. It's very, very chilled game, but it's been a good game. I don't know if we're going to see any more goals. I think this could be it tonight. I think 1-0 it could be how it ends, but hopefully for our sake we have some more action, we have some more entertainment. You never know with football. It's a funny game. Anything can happen. Do you know Fulham got the Europa League final in 2010? I'm thinking. I don't. Surprisingly, I probably should because that's a big thing. Fulham. Wow. Oh, the only big thing I remember is obviously was it 2017 when Craig Shakespeare got Leicester to the quarterfinals of the Champions League. Or was it round of 16? But what a run that was from Craig Shakespeare.
Craig Shakespeare?
Lost 2-1 to Atletico after extra time. I don't remember that. Do you remember Fulham getting to the Europa League final in 2010?
Final? I don't know they got to the final, but
lost 2-1 to Atletico after extra time.
I don't remember 2010 as a year, but
yeah, I was gonna say.
Yeah.
I was saying how I remember Craig Shakespeare and Leicester in 2017 got to the quarters.
I remember seeing Craig Shakespeare last night.
Yeah.
We were in the Norwich game.
Did you see Craig
We watched
Shakespeare?
Norwich versus Birmingham.
Yeah. Always pens, which was gutting, but we won.
Actually, my mate Craig.
Yeah, me and Craig had a lovely chat.
And yeah, gives a decent game of football.
It was a right game of football.
Yeah, what have you been talking about? Have we actually talked about the game at all?
Did.
Good. Yeah. There's not too much to say though. Hopefully we get a very good second half football. By the way, up to 743 subscribers now, so thanks to whoever has subscribed. Again, we're going for that 1K by the end of the year. Hopefully we can hit it. We are, what, 7 away from 750? It might be a push this stream, but I guess if there's 7 people out there who haven't subscribed, or people know 7 people who haven't subscribed, if you've got any mates that you think would enjoy it, make sure to share it with them.
How many are watching now? 10 people watching now.
Yeah.
Surely out of those 10 people, they know 7 people between them.
Well, there's someone of the 10 that hasn't
I'm
subscribed.
just going to get some food.
Surely. Oh, okay. He's off again. Disgrace.
Price out.
Wow. But yeah. Decent first half. I'd love to see a Frankfurt goal just to really spice it up, but doesn't seem too likely, unfortunately. But yeah, anyway, this game seemed like it was going to be a formality before kickoff. Doesn't seem like anything much has changed, but yeah. With any luck, we see an early Frankfurt goal to really add something to this fixture. Could become very interesting if Frankfurt could score early in the second half. I'm going to get some aerial shots of Helsinki. Unfortunately, you can't really see much because it is just pitch black. But yeah. How long we got? Probably a few minutes. We're not even out of the tunnel yet. Oh, you got some brownies.
Yeah.
Yeah. Back when Hodgson was manager, I do remember Fulham going on a Europa League run, or at least I've heard about it since. But I didn't know they got to the final. That is mental. But by the way, 49 votes in the poll chat. 88% Real Madrid, 8% Frankfurt, 4% extra time hands. I think that's the most comprehensive landslide we've ever seen in a poll.
So how many?
88% Real Madrid out of the 49 people that have voted.
Have we not seen more for England?
I don't think which was in. We were in the 90s once for an England game, but that was before kickoff and before we had not as many votes. I don't think 50 votes now. Still 88% Real Madrid.
Yeah. Teams that come back out for second half. Frankfurt looking for a response. I don't think they'll find one. Surprise. What?
Duff Zamora Schwarzer, Dempsey Murphy. That is an amazing list of names there. Real throwback.
Yeah.
I remember Mark Schwarzer from his days at Chelsea.
Mm-hmm.
He was reserve keeper in, I believe, 2014, 2016, somewhere around there. Yeah, third choice keeper, and yeah, it's just funny to see him there. Now he got his job replaced by Rob Green. Oh, but yeah, we had Willy Caballero in between, didn't we?
And then Rob Green's gone now.
Who's our third choice now then? Jamie Cummings? Or is he out on loan again?
Jamal Blackman?
No, Jamal Blackman left the club. I hope at least. He's been there too long.
Who is that?
He's never breaking in, is he?
Check.
I thought Green was still there.
Dang so.
I'll Google Robert Green, see what he's up to right this second.
Watching us. Imagine
He's
that.
tuning
Hi,
in.
Rob.
Just gets involved. Robert Green, if you are watching, there's an American actor called Robert Green as well, isn't there? He is at, who knows?
Good football team, that.
It just says he used to play for QPR.
He did. That's
Yeah,
true.
he did. He used to play for Norwich as well when he was young.
Yeah.
Oh, he announced his retirement 2 years ago. 3 years ago. He retired in 2019. Who's been our third choice since then?
Sorry, washed up goalkeeper. Has been our third. I don't actually know. About to kick off the second half, was I?
Oh, it's Bettinelli, isn't it?
Oh, that's the one. That's
Yeah.
the one.
Just remembered. That Courtois is a big lad, he is indeed. We do now kick off for the second half. I'm going to have a brownie and then move them off set. You can eat them down there. But, yeah. Marwa Mockney, apologies if I've got your name wrong there. I hope I've smashed it. But, yeah, welcome to the stream. Joins with an emoji of a cat in a box.
Hello.
Again, we have seen some brilliant introductions tonight. We've had Gary Weissman just put a bomb emoji in chat and then say hi. And then Marwa Mockney put a cat in a box and then has retracted that message. But welcome regardless. Anskanalf down this right hand side for Frankfurt. Try and commentate more this second half. We didn't really mention the game in the first half. Because I mean, it wasn't. It was hardly a thriller.
What's the time? 9:05.
You can probably claw the door too, especially since the windows are open. I don't want to keep the neighbours up. They might be sleeping, and it is plenty cold in here.
Welsh are coming in now.
Yeah, sort them out. Put them away, otherwise you'll eat them all. Exactly. He'll just sit there slowly devouring them, or rapidly devouring them usually. Yeah.
Was that Ancelotti eyebrow raise I just saw on the bench, on the Real Madrid bench? I think it might have been. Anywho, I want to see more goals.
But they're not losing, so maybe we'll have the reverse effect.
Well, I don't. I'm not sure that's how it works. Benzema.
Is it not?
Mendy. Still Mendy.
Tries to find Vinicius, but Tuto cuts it out. Cruz switches to the play with a lovely pass to Danny Carvajal. He has to go back, though, to Eder Militao. Cross to Cruz. Cruz with space to work with. He gives it to Mendy. Mendy wanted to go down the line to Vinicius, but forced to go back to Toni Kroos. The German's looking for a pass a little far out. 1-2 with Casemiro, and then goes back to Alaba. The Frankfurt press is doing a decent job of making sure Real can't really
that Kroos,
get
Modric,
forward.
Casemiro is the best midfielder in the world, right? It's been the best midfielder in the world for the last few years. I think apart from Xavi, Iniesta, Busquets, I think it's the second best midfield, one of the second best midfielders we've seen for a long time.
Yeah.
I don't think ever. I think
right now it's the best midfield.
Yeah, oh yeah, definitely.
What's better? I guess you could argue Man City, but
no.
I think it's close.
Because they rotate too much. It's like 1 week it's Gundogan, 1 week it's Bernardo Silva.
I don't. Well, Bernardo's going. I think Rodri, De Bruyne, Gundogan. I think that rivals Kroos, Casemiro, Modric very, very closely. I don't argue. I think right now De Bruyne ahead of Modric. I think right now Kroos versus Gundogan is a very close debate, but I think Kroos just edges it. But actually, I would go Modric over Gundogan because I think that's very comprehensive.
De Bruyne,
same for De Bruyne over Kroos, very comprehensive.
One of them would be De Bruyne, Modric, Casemiro.
And then that's when 1-1, and I think it's very, very hard to call between Rodri and Casemiro. A lot harder than people think. I'd say Rodri.
I think it's Casemiro.
But yeah.
There are no other good midfields.
Chelsea don't know their best two ever.
Liverpool
have a terrible midfield. Terrible midfield. It's stunning how they think they're going to win the Champions League this year. They just do not have the midfield to match any other top
Look
side.
Look at that press from Vinicius and Benzema. Yeah.
Barcelona, no. It's just too young. Maybe in a few years they'll have the best midfield.
Pedro Gavi, Big De Jong. It won't be De Jong, he's gone. So Pedro Gavi and Busquets.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Kessie.
Yeah, Kessie, yeah.
If he can actually play. If he gets registered in time for this weekend. Which will have to be De Jong leaving the club in the next few days and Aubameyang as well, and then somehow finding more money. I don't know how they're going to do it, but you never know what's going to happen at FC Barcelona. They might just pull a lever and become minted. I like the thought that the owner just runs in the basement. There's like loads of levers that are supposed to you either lose 10 mil or get 10 mil or something like that, or you get like 100 mil or lose $1 billion.
A fortune.
Yeah, well you pull it and it's one of the two, and it's like he just keeps pulling them and hoping that it's the right one.
Yeah.
And getting lucky sometimes.
Mendy's one back up pitch.
Vinicius, Benzema, Kroos goes out wide to Carvajal. 40 minutes in this game. There's still time that if Frankfurt get a goal, I reckon they can hold on. But there's also still time for Real Madrid to score. But yeah, a Frankfurt goal would make this game interesting. I have to say at the moment, I'm not excited. It's not a game that thrills me. Benzema slots in Mendy. Well won though by Indica. Sorry, Torre. Santos Bora. Oh, sorry, Bora. And then here comes Lundstrom. There's options in the area if he can keep going forwards with this. Casemiro, though, good challenge, but it's won back by Lundstrom. Casemiro again puts in a challenge, and Lindstrom still kept the ball. He's still come forward,
He
Lindstrom.
should cut it back earlier.
And
Gotta
then
cut that
he
back
tries to give it to
so
Rousseau,
early.
and it's just not come off. Vinicius. Valverde now. It looks like Real are going to switch up, and now they're going to apply the pressure. It's a lovely crossfield pass to Cruz. They're
Yeah,
attacking with
he's
numbers. You've got
Vinicius.
Vinicius. You've got
That's
Benzema.
Modric,
It goes
he
to
takes the ball
Benzema. Vinicius tries just a little neat flick, and it has not really come off. Kamada back to Tuta, and now Frankfurt have a chance to rebuild and push forward. Sergio Gomez to Man City, here we go. That's a good signing.
Who?
Sergio Gomez.
Who?
Plays for Anderlecht.
Oh, okay.
Belgian attacking midfielder.
Left back.
Very, very decent. And
Fair enough.
Just what I mentioned, Sir Jim Ratcliffe was, if that name rings a bell, it's because he was in to buy Chelsea. As a Manchester United fan, that was a bit odd. He never actually got that over the line. Todd Bowley did take over Chelsea. But now he's in for Man United, but mainly he's in to co-own with the Glazers. Now, United fans are protesting, saying they want Sir Jim Ratcliffe to come in and purchase the entire club. That's going to be an interesting story as it develops throughout the next coming days, weeks and months. And maybe even years.
Probably.
So it'd be interesting to see where that goes, whether he will actually come in and co-own, or whether he will try and buy the club outright. And Ollie Watkins is trending, and I don't know why. It's not Ollie Watkins, it's Ron Watkins.
Alright.
But yeah.
Right, fair enough.
And it's some Villa fan going that we have competent forwards, but we can't create chances.
I suppose.
That's what it says.
Cruz, Mendy.
Yeah. I don't know.
Modric. Nice turns. Carvajal. Militao. Cruz.
Real just playing their possession game, building it up from the back, then they'll get it forwards and look to score. I think if Real do get a second, that is game over. I don't think anyone can have any real other thoughts, really. I mean, Frankfurt just don't really look as quality as Real Madrid, despite looking, I'd say, the sharper side for the first 30-ish minutes. But Real have got that goal, and I think that changes a lot. Because even if Frankfurt do score, they've got to hold on for extra time and then penalties.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Gerrard and Watkins had a falling out, apparently. Just rumours of the usual tabloid stuff. What the hell was that? I think some cat just ran out the studio. Or there's two cats having a scrap outside, but that terrified me, that noise.
Thank God the door's shut. I'm
Yeah.
trying to run near. Box it.
Yeah. Right, that's shook me up.
Jesus Christ.
There's a horrific noise.
I'm not gonna look.
Some horrific cat has been torn apart outside the studio.
Anywho, Mendy.
Jesus.
Bloody hell.
Harrowing
I
stuff.
know.
Mate, it's going to be top 10 moments. Streamers had a heart attack on stream.
Modric. Benzema. Modric.
There's videos where it's like, oh, this guy got broken
Mendy.
into while he was live. And it's just us, terrified that a cat's going to run in. Vinicius, Trap's done well. That's done very well. It's sort of straight at him, but he's done well to direct it away from the goal. Oh, and away from another player. It was so loud as well. It's like the cat's in here.
So they must have been right outside the door, or right outside the window.
I want to know whether it's one or two cats.
Because we've got a fan on as well.
Yeah.
So that...
Horrific. Right. I was just going to have a look and see if there is anything about them. Because I looked on Watkins, it was just Villa fans talking about Watkins being back in the side. But, yeah, if Ollie Watkins and Gerrard have a falling out, I don't think it's unfeasible. Maybe he said to Watkins, look, I'm going to be starting Danny Ings and you're going to be a rotation option.
Gerrard and Mings had a falling out, but that was all proven to be fake.
Yeah, man, it's probably just tabloids then, isn't it? Tabloid bullshit.
Lindstrom tries to do, I don't know what he's trying to do.
There was a deflection, was there? Hang on, what? I'm confused. What chance? I was sorry, I was scared by the cat. I wasn't focusing on the game, but yeah. The cats are mad at the game, love. Yeah, they're Frankfurt fans, furious. One's a Frankfurt fan, one's a Real fan.
Christ, I don't fight like that.
They're both pissed.
Yeah.
Alaba.
No dog's barking.
Probably terrified. He's just in a cat get his head ripped off. Modric. Carvajal. Searches for play. Alaba now. To Mendy. Are Real Madrid going to make changes soon? Do you reckon? If so, what changes? Are Frankfurt going to make changes? And if so, what do they do?
No, I don't know what's happening in this game anymore.
No. I think the introduction of Jens Petter Hausch could be soon, just to inject some energy going forwards. Potentially we see Mario Götze on there.
Yeah.
Gerrard does seem to be rubbing a few of the squad up the wrong way.
I think we've got to be harsh with Gerrard. I think if Gerrard does not find results in his next 6, 7, 8 games, he's got to go.
Interesting. Villa fan here popping off at Steven
He
Gerrard.
had the half of last season, he's had the
Clip it
whole
up.
pre-season, and it looks like we're still the same old Villa. This is good for
Yeah.
Lindstrom.
I mean, how you can add Kamara, Digne,
it is
Diego Carlos
I'm
in
just saying, it's
the
not
last
the players.
6 months.
Because the players are European quality.
Well, yeah, how you can add those 3 defensive players in the last few months
Subs.
and still concede twice to Bournemouth?
Yeah, that's Götze. It's
Yeah,
Götze.
Mario Götze and Randall Colomawani, I believe that is the number 9.
Changes for Frankfurt. They want to go. They want to win this.
No pressure on the ball from Real Madrid. What, on Real Madrid or from Real Madrid? I think both, to be fair. No side's really going full press.
You bring off Röder for Götze. 2 very different midfielders.
Yeah, they're going for this now. I think Götze can just get a goal. Like in the World Cup final.
Yeah.
Not Champions League final. Ralph Faisal, hi. Welcome to the stream. I believe that is the first time we've seen you here. So yeah, welcome. Hope you've enjoyed what you've seen so far. And hope you enjoy what you're going to see. There's prime content here. Frankfurt getting plenty of space to play in. Yeah, it is, as we've said, this does have a very pre-season friendly feel to it. No, neither side is pressing at full capacity. Neither side is pushing at full capacity, but has still been an interesting spectacle at times. But yeah, both sides had a lot of time on the ball. Toni Kroos in particular, just as an example, I've seen has had a lot of time to pick out the passes he wants to pick out. And it's interesting, but he's had a really good game. I think as a result of it, he's not under too much pressure from any Frankfurt players. But an injection of pace and energy and fresh legs could change this up. It looks like Daichi Kamada's slide into the midfield and Götze is going to push up. By the looks of it, yeah, that is Kamada deeper. So interesting that either that or Götze has a wig, because Götze did not have that much hair the last time I've seen him. Which, to be fair, has been a while. He has been at PSV for 2 years and I don't watch much Dutch football.
I don't watch any Dutch football.
I saw like one Ajax Feyenoord game or something like that last season. Yeah. Hi, don't Madrid win this match? You don't want Madrid to win this match, or you don't think they will? Either way, that's a very interesting take. They've had flashes of brilliance though, but they just can't seem to produce consistent results. There are times where Coutinho, Ramsey, Watkins, or Ings look lethal. What are your thoughts? I'd agree. At times, Coutinho, especially, of the names you mentioned there, did look really good. And if you think back even further for Ollie Watkins, that Liverpool game where they won 5-2, sorry, 7-2. 7-2? Or 7-2, wasn't it?
7-2, yeah.
Yeah, when you look back at that...
I think, hands down, Emi Buendia is the best
Interesting.
player at Villa.
Interesting. I think technically, in terms of raw ability, I would say yes.
He is
the
phenomenal.
Norwich days,
He's played in the
fantastic
right
player.
position and in the right
But yeah, just never played in the right role at Villa. Just played a lot of football attacking mid.
Watkins
Under
has his
Smith.
game, so does Coutinho. Ings hasn't really hit the ground running. Jacob Ramsey looks like a baller. John McGinn, since he came back from his injury, has been shocking. Douglas Luiz is in advanced talks with Villa to renew his contract, which is huge. Kamara, obviously, he's only had 1 game, hard to judge. Same with
I think it
Carlos.
says a lot about the direction of the club when Kai Chukwuemeka is wanting to leave.
Yeah. I do think, though, and I saw someone say this, I saw another Villa fan say that our centre-back, looking at form, our centre-back partner, hang on, Casemiro, Hezbollah over.
Trap does well.
Is that our centre-back partnership should be Diego Carlos and Callum Chambers.
Right.
Callum Chambers in the Villa shirt has been fantastic. When
He's
filled
alright,
in for
yeah.
Mings and Konza last year, he scored that absolutely beautiful goal at
I
Leeds.
don't know why clubs like Villa don't utilise their loans more. Because I think you could easily pick up I'm trying to think of a good player that's kind of not getting many minutes at another Premier League club. But there's not too many out there. I guess I was gonna say like a Harvey Elliott or something, but I don't know if he'd be interested in that.
I do not want Harvey Elliott.
I don't. I just think there's much more they can do with loans. I mean, look at how successful Tottenham were by loaning in Kulusevski and Bentancur. I think, yeah, there's definitely players out there you can bring in on a loan. I mean, Ousmane Dembele, like they did with Coutinho. Surely there's a top side that could loan him in. It looked like he was going to go on a free. I don't know why he didn't, but yeah, there's got to be players out there that are very good loan options. I don't know why more Premier League clubs don't actually use their loans, because you get 2 in the Premier League, right?
Yeah.
I definitely think, because I mean, yeah, Chelsea have tried it and it's been semi-successful. I mean, look at Kovacic. He's didn't do well at first, but adapted over time. I think with time though, Saul does develop into a good player, similar to Kovacic. The difference is Kovacic is young, Saul isn't, so maybe not. But
no, we played left wing back half the time.
Yeah, it was a weird season last year. It's been a weird few years as a Chelsea fan. It was Grealish and Barkley that did the damage in the 7-2 versus Liverpool. Yeah, but Watkins still grabbed 2 goals, right? And that's another one. Why did they never sign Barkley on a permanent? Barkley's still a very good player. In my mind, Ross Barkley's still a fantastic player.
I mean, we did then go get Coutinho and Buendia, so I think that's probably a better idea. But
why has no one signed Ross Barkley? Why have a club like Everton went and got Dele Alli but haven't signed Ross Barkley back?
Southampton.
That's what confuses me. Yeah.
No one to create anything.
Go and loan in a Barkley.
I just want Ross Barkley come from Chelsea. Chambers, no, he's a centre half. Ex-Arsenal centre half.
He can do. Arsenal played more as a full-back, but yeah, he can do a job in both positions.
I think Tyrone Mings is also an interesting one. I know he's split Villa fans. Some Villa fans think he should have been kept as captain, and he's good enough to start for Villa. Other fans think that he shouldn't be starting, and he was right to lose his captaincy, and he's right not to start. I'm sitting on the fence at the moment. But
I don't think he should be captain, but
now good save for Courtois saves it.
Yeah.
I don't think
he did make a good darting run inside.
But I don't know. After seeing and hearing out Cons and Carlos at the back against Bournemouth, I think Chambers or Mings should be in there for Everton.
Interesting. Everton's a must-win, I think.
Oh yeah, we just not give up.
Barkley is just staying fit though. When he's fit, he's a proper talent. Yeah, but I think a club like an Everton or Southampton can take the risk on his fitness, especially Southampton, who have, unless Ward-Prowse scores, they will not score goals this season.
No.
So why not take a punt on a Barkley, even if he's not fit for every game? You can at least get some good games out of him. I think that's a risk I take. Especially, you can probably get him on a loan, pay half his wages maybe. I think Chelsea would take that at this point. And if he does, maybe put in an option to buy of about 5-10 mil, you could get a very good deal there. So I think it's a good option. Maximilian Props, welcome to the stream. Frankfurt will pull through, trust. I'm hoping you're right, mate. That would be fantastic to see. If Frankfurt pull through in this game, would absolutely love it. Last year game was better than this.
That's if I say that though, that's me being biased.
I don't think it is
Benzema, though. 2-0.
I mean, Trapp should do better.
Yeah,
but I don't think it is biased. What, you've seen a club like Villarreal really take the sword to Chelsea? And instead in this one, we've seen Frankfurt play well at times, but struggle to really take the game to Real Madrid. And it's 2-0 now, that's game, set, match. Chelsea can play midfield 2. A team like Southampton probably doesn't want to pay his wages. But what is Southampton's wage bill at this point? Have they got anyone on there?
No.
Because they've just gone and signed a load of young talents. They've lost players like Danny Ings in recent years. Have they got anyone on big wages left at the club?
Southampton's problem is that they guarantee a 9-1 loss to someone every year. Which then ruins their...
They're another club issue, mate. I haven't made a loan move this season, I don't think. But they did well with loans last season. I mean, look at how Breuer came in and completely changed their fortunes. There's definitely players out there who, if you go and get on loan, can do a very good job. It is Mariano.
Mariano.
For Benzema, I think.
No, for number 10.
For Modric.
Coming Mariano then.
Oh, you never know. It's Rodrigo.
We took a punt, we were wrong with all 4 of our guesses.
I know it wasn't Tchouaméni or...
Rodrigo, Valverde then to midfield, obviously.
Mario's 24, not 21. Very similar numbers. I'd argue they look kind of the same.
Just fan game over, yeah.
Yeah. Let's game so much then. Yep, knick-knack. Exactly. Window's still open for another 3 weeks. I think this is a very interesting dynamic of this season, is that the Premier League sides will all have 5 games before the end of the window.
Yeah.
That is not normal, obviously. Usually it's 1 or 2 before the window slams shut. I think it gives sides who struggle in the opening games an advantage.
Yeah.
Because then you look at your squad, you go, we need to make improvements. Then you make the improvements, and then you're a better side than the ones that have done well in the early start.
If I'm Leicester and I look at that Brentford performance, I go, yeah, we need some players.
Do you though?
Especially if they've got players leaving.
They went 2-0 up.
Fofana could lose. Yeah, but you cannot.
Yeah, it gives them time to now sell players and then time to replace them well.
Danny Ward is not a Premier League quality goalkeeper.
I don't know what will happen with Fofana and Madison, because as much as Brendan Rodgers can keep saying they're not for sale, he said the exact same about Ben Chilwell. Like, literally the same quote. So, I don't know whether they'll go or not. I hope so. I hope Fofana joins Chelsea. He's a fantastic talent. And I love watching him.
I think that Brentford game says, they're so good going forward, but defensively
really well
they're
there.
shocking.
Ball in, Randall Colomani can't quite get there.
Defensively, Leicester
Now
are shocking.
Gets the ball back in there. Carabao not it back to.
Going forward, they've got Iheanacho, Daka, Vardy, Barnes, Maddison, Tielemans. Defensively, Fofana doesn't want to be there. Soyuncu is a decent centre half. Luke Thomas, James Justin, decent but inexperienced. And then you look at Johnny Evans.
By the way, the backing of Frankfurt has gone up a bit. We've now got 69 votes in the poll and chat. 83% Real Madrid, 13% Frankfurt, 4% extra time or pens. Yeah, you never know in football. You never know. If Chelsea want Fofana, they will get him. I hope so. But I don't know. Will we throw everything at him? It seems like we're already throwing everything at De Jong. Will we throw everything at Fofana as well? It'll be interesting to see. I do think we need a centre-back still, though. I also do think we need a central midfielder. But, yeah, do we need that? I don't know. Do we need a central midfielder, or is it we played the wrong combination against Everton? I don't know why we persist with Jorge Kante pivot, by the way. It doesn't work. They're two similar profile players. Neither of them make enough runs forward. Neither of them get the ball, drive the ball forward. Just either play one of them and Kovacic, or neither of them and get Kovacic and Gallagher in the midfield. But no, one of them and Kovacic, or one of them and Gallagher, or even one of them and Mount is a much better option than playing the both of them. Yeah, whether that's playing for Chelsea or playing on loan, he has to play this season. He can't not play. By the way, this Frankfurt kit, the bottom half is really nice. But again, the weird Nike thing of whatever they've done with this year's shirts, of just messing up the top of them, has completely ruined it.
Wait, Lucas Alario is on for Almami Toure.
Again, though, I think it is what we were saying earlier about them. They have just all the same templates for a year. Adidas, everyone has a collar. At Nike, everyone has a shit bit at the top of the shirt.
Yeah, and BT Cameron's had a mare, and oh god.
Yeah, Rodrigo.
So it's Rodrigo.
Vinicius on the left. Fofana was there. Leicester, they said not for sale. They said the same about Chilwell. So, and that he left in the same window that they said he's not for sale. So I don't know. I disagree that.
That
means he's not going anywhere.
Congested. That's what happens when you've got no one in the midfield.
I was going to say, I think Onana will help, because Alan's a good defensive midfielder, but he's not very good at covering. And I think as a free, Onana, Alan a little deeper, Decore is very creative. So I think that's fine. But they've got no one to finish the chances they do create. Dwight McNeil, if he starts on the left, he'll do well.
Like Chelsea. Yeah.
On the right, who've they got? What, Damari Graf will start? Anthony Gordon, someone like that? But they need a striker. They can't get through the season with Rondon up front and Calvert-Lewin playing when he's not completely broken. Buy a striker, Everton. Even if it's a loan. Depends how much they bid on Fofana.
I think we pay what they want, or we just keep paying money and muddles money. If we chuck 85, 90 million at them, how can they reject
I don't
that?
think we need to chuck 90. I think 70, 75 will do the trick.
I thought we'd already bid 70 and they said no.
We can always put add-ons on. If we're in the Champions League, we'll give you a tenner. Sold.
Give you a Twix.
We'll send you the medal he wins.
Yeah, and you can sell that.
No, then you can keep that
Yeah,
in
you
your
can
trophy
sell
cabinet.
you can sell betting
Valverde,
medal.
Rodrigo.
Still Rodrigo.
I was say he's just run a lovely little circle. Carvajal,
Did a
Valverde, Rodrigo. Real have a chance here,
Please score.
potentially,
I like
or
those.
don't.
Valverde. Benzema's going to score that.
I think our 3-0 is going to be right. I think they will just get one more round.
Not our 3-0, my 3-0.
Okay, I said it on the short, so I'm
Chelsea
taking full
fans are
credit.
3-0 as well.
By the way, 744 now.
Thank you.
Subscribers, appreciate it massively. We could get 745 on the stream, that'd be amazing. If we could get 750, that'd be even more amazing. But yeah, would be mental to see. Mirak Burt, Kuala Zaid. Apologies if I got that massively wrong. Yeah, I hope I pronounced that right. If I haven't, please tell me how to pronounce it correctly. But I'm going to go for Mirak Burt, Kuala Zaid. Hello, how are you? Doing great.
Doing alright. It's been a decent game of football tonight.
Fantastic.
Fantastic
little game.
Another goal, Benzema.
You'd want Frankfurt to do well for the underdog factor, but
I mean, they're still getting 3.8 mil plus 25% of tickets sold. So and TV money. So
I did see that all of that in the chat when I came back. I think it's 80 mil. Yeah, I think for fun at 80 mil, I think Leicester have to accept that. How long has the channel been going? I'll have a look.
Yeah. On what channel?
Presumably TFC. So we joined YouTube on the 17th of April 2020. So the how long we've been doing the Football Chat podcast, that used to be on an old channel. Because we didn't start on TFC, we started on, if you were here a very long time ago, you'll know of GM19. He used to be the host, and I was sort of a co-host, I guess you'd say. He was the main host. There's a lot has changed in a few years, but to be fair, it has only been a year.
Actually, we had COVID, then we had that whole change period where.
So, yeah, we sort of did. With him, we did the Euros. He then realised. Well, he then thought the channel wasn't really going to go anywhere, so he went and focused on his Minecraft content, which is completely fine. And then we took over properly running all of the channel in October.
Yeah, near the start of this year, November, October time.
October time. Start posting vids, and yeah, now we post very, very regularly on here with, so it's almost full time.
Also, it was December when we first set the goal to hit 1k by the end of the year.
Well, yeah, Joey had put that out on I think it was the 27th of December, 28th of December, something like that. We posted that video, but we said we want to hit the 1k in 2022. Because we had a good,
we put out the Christmas pod, and we had a good Christmas day, and we had a very good Boxing Day. So we thought, we can hit a big goal this year. And so far, as it stands,
in terms of how long has this channel been going, I guess you could say we started in April of 2020, but we started taking it properly seriously, where it's just the two of us. And to be fair, we've had a few different co-hosts and people get involved since we started going. Well, since I took over properly, I guess, as the host. But we had a lot of different co-hosts, but we have finally settled on this pairing, I guess, for now at least.
I'll see you guys.
Since October, so
great video. I'm actually leaving, that's why we're doing this whole thing.
Go Viceman streaming this weekend. Yes, we'll be live on Friday for Watford Burnley, Sunday for the Chelsea Tottenham game. That's going to be a tough watch. Yeah, I think as a Chelsea fan, I'm worried about that one.
I'll keep my
and then we have Liverpool Palace. We're going to do on Monday night as well.
Monday night.
We'll keep up. What platform do you release the pods on? We put podcasts out on YouTube, but if you don't, you can also listen to them on Spotify if you want. So we have the options out there.
Marnie's round the pitch.
Marnie, yeah. On YouTube we do where everything goes on YouTube, and then we also put the podcasts onto Spotify. So yeah, we've had the podcast that went out yesterday. So I'm pretty decent. Got some decent views on that. We were wrong about Erling Haaland podcast. So if you haven't watched that, go and check it out. But podcast tends to be weekly, though through the summer it has been a lot more than weekly, but it will probably go back to weekly the next few months. Though we are actually bringing the FPL show now on Thursdays, and the podcast will move from Wednesdays to Tuesdays. So
we'll see what
predictions as well as also on Fridays. Yeah.
We'll still have the 3 pieces of content, it will just be Tuesday, Thursday, Friday rather than Monday, Tuesday, Friday.
You both were doing a good job on it. Thank you so much, Chelsea fan. You've been here long-term subscriber. It's been a while.
Hang on, Chelsea fan, how long have you been here?
I think it was sort of the December time.
Was it when we first started as the two of us?
I think so. Maybe it was February, I'd want to say. Chelsea fan play, that might be massively off. It might have been even earlier than that.
Yeah, you've sat around for a good long while, mate. So
nice job showing Championship matches some love too. Well, we put a poll out on our community saying what would you rather us cover this Friday. I'll try and find it quickly.
It was either non-little or...
yeah, we had 2 games in mind.
Burnley.
Not-little Watford Burnley, and it was quite a comprehensive Watford Burnley. Well, to be fair, yeah, 40 votes on that. 78% said they want to see Watford Burnley. 23% said they want to see Non versus Lille. We will watch some other leagues this season.
Yeah.
We are going to do the Serie A at the end of August, I think.
Yes.
So we'll definitely be doing other games, but yeah, we'll be doing the Championship on Friday because that's what people voted for. So I guess if there are, we'll probably do that again. If there are a load of different games going on the same day, then
obviously it's hard to watch all these leagues when obviously there's so many fixtures because it's kind of going to be Premier League, Champions League, Premier League, Champions League, Premier League, Champions League, Champions League. So it's just
what?
Yeah.
You just broke halfway through the Championship.
And also you've got the cup competitions and you said Championship.
We'll Champions League back soon, and then the World Cup, of course, is going to be very straining. So
almost daily.
Yeah. Pretty much. Maybe even daily if I can find someone to cover Thursdays.
Yeah, but for your sake, you might not want to do Thursdays.
I'll power through for the start. I'll probably literally be sat here dead.
Since if England can't be on a Thursday, can they?
No, so we're all right.
Yeah.
Well, no, they are all right because I don't think there is any games on Thursday after the group stage. Okay. Yeah. I was gonna say.
Moani has just done that. Don't know what that was.
4th actually, because I watched them play Saints and Friendly. You've watched a lot of Watford on Friday nights. I do remember watching Watford on the opening day. Watching Burnley on the opening day.
Yeah.
Burnley against Huddersfield. They played pretty well.
Watford Huddersfield. That was the other one as well, where Sarr scored absolute belter.
Yeah. It's going to be non-stop now until the World Cup. Love it. It should be fairly non-stop, yeah. There's not really going to be a week off. Because even there was a gap in the Premier League, I was like, oh, lovely. Little 2-week break. Would be nice for a little bit of rest. You know what? We're going to slap some Nations League games in there. So, I love it.
Because that went well last time, didn't it?
Yeah, Italy, Germany, Hungary. We've got... No, sorry, just Italy and Germany, isn't it?
Yeah.
We've already played Hungary twice, so yeah. Got those to come. That's at the end of September as well, so...
Chatting about the start of September, we've got 3 streams this weekend out of the 4 days. Mental. Yeah.
We will stream less, obviously, once we're back at school and stuff, but through the summer, might as well try and do as many games as we possibly can.
To do, like the Friday nights.
Yeah.
And the Sundays are very hot.
Well, it will only get colder from now till...
Which is why we're more likely to do a 4:30 than at 8 o'clock. Because at 10 o'clock we'll come out and be freezing. Well, like World Cup, it's going to be so cold.
Look, the studio is easier to get hot than it is to get cold. Yeah. Anything I say is easy to get hot than it is to get cold. I don't know,
trek through the snow.
I think in general it's easier to get hotter.
Yeah.
Because you can just stick a fan on. Or go in a house, isn't it? Whereas to get cold, you've got to sort of...
stick a heater on. That heater as well, 10 seconds, immediately warm.
Literally, my face is melting off. Yeah. If you put the heater on, just everyone dies.
Like, even in the winter, it gets too hot.
Yeah. I remember the Christmas pod, we were 2.5 hours in, and we literally just, To be fair, the Christmas pod was amazing. We will definitely do that again this year.
If we can find people to join us.
I think we've
had on this one.
Probably. You were pretty much on it last year. We just didn't know how we were going to get all the seats on, but we should be able to sort that out this year. Yeah. I've been here since when England men was playing in the Euros. Oh, wow. Yeah, that's been a while then, Chelsea fan. But yeah. That's a while longer than I thought. I thought you were one of the people who joined us in February when we started streaming this setup. Because when we started with TFC Lives, we had 2 chairs on the sides of the set and then a sofa in the middle. The TV was a lot further back and the camera was a lot further back. But now that we have the 2-person setup and we try and cram everything into a small space, it means we're closer to TV, it means you're closer to us, it just improves everything. And it was very hard to...
We can also still get guests on. We proved that. Obviously, Harry came on for an England game.
Yeah, had Harry come on. A few times now, actually. Harry's done a Liverpool game as well.
Yeah.
We will try and get more guests on through the start of the season. I know Connor, who's been on a lot of times, has said he'll come on again.
So, Arsenal game, get him on.
Should see some different hosts throughout the year, but predominantly it will just be me and Harry. Though the World Cup, I imagine we'll also see a lot of people have shown interest in coming and watching some England.
Yeah.
So we'll probably a lot of England games will be
We-
3 people
I mean-
probably.
Yeah, so recording you can get 4. I think streaming you can get 3.
We could probably make an exception for a World Cup final or something if England were
World
there
Cup final,
and we had enough people that wanted to come
Four's
watch.
the
Yeah.
max. I'm not when people stand behind each other.
Well, I don't know. I might try and get 100 people in there.
We'll put the camera as far back as we used to, and we'll all just squat.
Or, yeah, we do this setup, but we put it all that side, and then we have the 100 people just stood behind us, singing like England songs. That'd be brilliant. We just got a little chorus of "Playing for England, England," just in the background. That'd be quality. I really want that to happen. But yeah, we have been doing YouTube a while now. It'd be nice to hit 1K as well. We seem to be on good track at the moment.
Yeah.
As of tonight, we are, 256 away.
Wow, that feels.
I was going to say, every day, that every single subscriber, it just counts out a little bit more, it makes me
There
believe.
were moments at the start of the year where I thought, how we're not doing this. There's no way we're going to do this. Like February time, I thought, now we've got to look at this. March, we then started picking up a bit more. Then through, what's after March? April, May, June, we smashed out the park.
July was our biggest subgrade month, and then August it's
I
died
know,
down
May
a
was
little.
the Champions League final, was
Yeah.
good, and then we're only 10 days into August.
Yeah, I know.
And
I
then
know.
June we did well, and then July, Women's Euros, Unsung Euros, we smashed out the park.
Oh, yeah. I mean, they're 2 tournaments I didn't really think we'd be
Yeah.
doing when we finished the season, but then we realised they were actually on.
But the
and,
Women's Euros was fantastic.
Oh, yeah,
I
it's
love
fantastic.
that. It's incredible. And that's like
And to be fair, so
Euros.
was the under 19s.
Under 19s.
Because we got,
Can't try to remember what a baller.
we saw so many new fans that we didn't tend to
Yeah.
see. Like, we had a lot of
Israel.
Israel fans try to hop in for the final, so yeah, it's great to see. But I do think that is the advantage of covering like international football.
Yeah.
Is you see so many more people from everyone supports the nation, so you see, so it gives you so many more people, because instead of having, say, a few, like, how many would you say there's Manchester United fans out there? It's got to be somewhere around the 5 million, I'd say, in England. I do think that even that's really high. I mean, you consider there's only 60 million people in England. Yeah, population is around 60 mil, isn't it? So
Yeah.
there's no way like any more than 1 million of them are United fans, are there? I don't know.
Yeah. Who knows?
But yeah,
This game, after the Benzema goal, might as well have just turned it off.
yeah, it is. It's died down. I didn't expect too much different.
That's for Frankfurt to get a goal.
I think if Frankfurt scored first, this game becomes very
Yeah.
interesting. But Frankfurt conceded to Real fairly early. Well, to be fair, they did hold on for half a game, but
Oh,
yeah.
okay. Oh no, we're not. We're gonna actually. Cause I forgot. We're gonna
Triple
miss
sub.
We're gonna miss the Carabao Cup draw. Oh,
At 10 o'clock.
yeah.
Oh, we could probably stay on. There's a trophy lift, isn't there? We can wait till 10.
Yeah.
Watch the draw.
Go on then.
People, Carabao Cup draw time.
Oh, no, I know the YouTube stream for Sky sort of starting at 7. Is that the draw starting at 7, or is that the draw starting at 7:30?
I think it's a 10 draw.
I saw a 10. I was like, well, about 7.
Yeah.
But no, but is the draw starting at 10, or we have to wait half an hour?
I think it's a 10 o'clock draw. The FA Cup, they don't go, well, the game's over, let's now sit here for half an hour and talk about it, and then we'll draw things out. They go, we all want to go to bed. We do not want to have Jolan Lescott stood here any longer than he needs to be. Jolan, pull him out as quickly as you can.
Shamani coming off for Tony Kroos. Yeah, it's just live on YouTube, so you can put it on the
So, Shamani, Rudiger, and Dante Barca.
Yeah.
Well, we could put it on here. We'll watch the trophy lift, or watch as much of this until the draw starts. Extra long stream tonight, guys.
Well,
We're treating you.
it's basically this game.
To a Carabao Cup
This game
draw.
goes to an extra time. Don't rule it out.
Never have I gone. You know what? It's been great. Wait, we've got the bonus Carabao Cup draw.
But yeah, if you guys are happy to stay on with us to watch the draw, that'd be great. As many of you as possible.
Yeah.
See who your team's going to get. We've seen the introduction of Premier League sides. Interested to see who Villa get. Interested to see who Norwich get as well. That'd be interesting. Lincoln. Don't know who they'll get.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Love the Carabao Cup draw.
I do like cup draws.
How long is the draw?
Should only be half an hour.
the second round.
They're not that many teams to pull out. It's not like the FA Cup where they've got to go down to the 9th tier when Nuneaton Borough are playing
#United.
Tannington Town. You've got like...
Nuneaton Borough.
Well, it's League...
Nuneaton Borough, I should take
League 1, 2 and Championship and 13 Prem sides, and that's the ones that haven't been knocked out. Oh, it's, Frankfurt have got a free kick in a decent position here. You never know what can happen.
I'll try and make it.
Jim Daly, what a guy. I'd love to get him on the pod.
Absolute goat.
If he's listening.
Yeah. Everyone, I don't know how you...
DM him on Twitter.
DM Jim Daly on everything you know. Try and get his number if you can. Email him.
Right,
try and get Jim Daly on what? Jim Daly's on the pod. Send Jim Daly's on the pod.
That would be good.
Jim Daly's on the pod.
We'll just get him to sing the song. Or we can make the football chat song while he's here.
Oh my god, yeah, no, we'll record a music video for it. What, it's one of his songs.
What? No, we'll make him make a song for us. And we can have that as our intro.
Record the music video here.
Yes. This is this street takes so many random tangents.
That's how boring the game's been. West Ham City was dull. Real Madrid Frankfurt was dull.
This has felt more like a live podcast where the game has been on in the background and we've mentioned the goals.
I think Watford Burnley could be better, especially we get Watford
I'm excited
Burnley
for it.
fans in as well. And obviously all of you guys watching now as well.
I want millions of Watford fans in the studio. We have had a Watford fan in. I think it is Caden or Caitlin is his name. Yeah.
Is her name? Their name? Its name?
Yes. Only 3 minutes left in this one. I don't really see much changing. I think this is game, set, match and another trophy for Real Madrid. It's not one they're going to gloat, but I mean they'll enjoy a very good start to the season indeed. Did Real won their... Is it called the Copa del Rey, isn't it? No, that's like the League Cup, isn't it? Did they win the Spanish Super Cup?
Probably.
Super Copa, I think it's... Is it Super Copa? Let's have a look at their fixtures there. It would have been the game they played recently, right?
No.
No, is it like in the Italian league where they play it just halfway through the season?
Oh, they do, don't they? Oh, was that a foul? Ref says no. Kamada's still at the ball. 2 minutes to go. And then...
Who are they playing? Who won the cup? Oh, Betis, wasn't it? Oh, I'll Google it separately.
Yeah,
Football doesn't seem to have it.
The ball's been knocked around the midfield. Here's Kamada. Anskanalf.
Yeah, it's called the Super Copa de España.
It's on 9. Cut ball in.
Wednesday, 11th of January. Oh, wait. Hang on. It's the winners and runners up with the Copa de... Oh, no, it has 4 teams. It used to be a 2-team competition since 1982, but in 2019 to 20, they changed it to 4 teams. It's the winners and runners up with the Copa del Rey and the winners and runners up with the La Liga that compete in it.
So Betis,
Real, presumably Barcelona and Atleti.
No, they wouldn't run up the Copa del Rey, were you, donut? Betis beat...
Oh, Sevilla.
Yeah.
Right?
Or Bilbao.
And then Barca. No.
So Barca, Real... Sevilla, Betis, I think. Anyone who knows who was in the final of the Copa del Rey, please do say. We didn't. I'll start my head now.
Yeah.
30 seconds left of the 90.
Yeah, it's Bilbao. No. I don't know.
Kamada to Ndika. Ball into Bora. He's just flicked out to Alaba. Valverde's on it back. Here is Rodrigo, Benzema, back to Rodrigo. Can Real Madrid get a third before the end of the game? Rodrigo tries to find Benzi, doesn't. Here come Frankfurt again. Kolo Muani. 3 minutes out of time.
No, that's the 2022 Copa de España I was looking at. Presumably, it'll be the 2023 final. A.A. Welcome to the stream. Just put H in chat. So...
H you do.
Okay. But yeah, welcome, and has just put H again.
H.
And it's just spamming H now. If you keep spamming H, I'll have to time you out. Okay, well. One more H, and they're gone. Oh. Please don't spam. It's just annoying.
You're
welcome. Okay. No more H's. Good. Welcome regardless. Please, don't just spam H's. 3 minutes of ad time. We're already a minute into that. So 2 minutes left of additional
They're
time.
happy they've won another trophy to add their massive cap.
You just got H'd. Okay.
Joke on that.
Stop spamming. Yeah, it's alright, Chelsea fan. We have dealt with the situation.
They were just hating us.
Yeah. Which sounds strangely close to hating.
Yeah,
Wow. It's Real Madrid, Valencia, Real Betis and Barcelona.
Ooh.
So Real Madrid will play Valencia, Betis will play Barca. The winners will play in the final. It'll probably be an El Clasico, won't it?
What TV's on?
That one.
No, what channel?
It'll be presumably La Liga TV or whatever it's called now.
That's annoying. Vinicius for Rodrigo.
Right, to the side now.
Minute to go, and then watch the trophy lift and.
So Real Madrid have won the Super Cup. That's that.
They've won our trophy. Woo!
What would you think of the Community Shield being and becoming a bigger tournament?
Which one?
So what if that was the runners-up of the?
So it'd been City, Liverpool, Chelsea.
Yes, they'd had to take Liverpool out and replace them with whoever came third in the Prem.
Chelsea.
Which is Chelsea, so then they'd get fourth in Tottenham. It would just be the top 4 in the Prem.
That's terrible.
What?
The fact that Liverpool, Chelsea and City would dominate that. No, because they'd have to do that in that situation. But
We just do Man City, Liverpool, Chelsea and Tottenham.
not just
so-
the top 4 in the Prem though.
What?
No, but they could.
What if that was the Community Shield?
Last year's winner of the Community Shield, winner of the
No.
Prem, winner of the FA Cup, winner of the Carabao Cup,
But who cares about the... I'd rather do runners-up.
or winner of the Premier League, winner of the Carabao Cup, winner of the FA Cup, and winner of the Papa John's Trophy. TV money for
Dice
some League
rolls,
2
yeah. Whoever won the Vanarama National League, there we go.
And was celebrating
Super
like
Cup. Well, he did score
He
a goal.
done. Look, Benzema
was like, job done.
well done, we're good.
Money secured. They might have a little bonus if you win the Super Cup. You get
Yeah.
£1. They're buzzing, mate.
Get extra Twix at
Yeah, I was
lunch.
gonna say. They'll be minted now. As opposed to before, where they were poor footballers.
Well, we have 7 minutes to do the Carabao Cup draw.
Yeah, I don't imagine they'll lift the trophy in that time. Does the programme start at 10? So it's not gonna be like
The YouTube stream starts at. But you
that'll
put on
be
Sky.
that'll be already into the draw, I presume.
Yeah.
Depending on how Sheffield's Wednesday. We'll put the end of Sheffield's
Yeah,
Wednesday.
it's got the
Sunderland on.
Pens. They're not doing the draw, are they? It hasn't.
It
got the
finished
Pens,
2-0
Sheffield's
Sheffield's Wednesday.
Well, on Sheffield's Wednesday then.
So presumably after this we'll go straight into the Carabao Cup draw.
I don't know if SWFC Owl
Not
is
gonna
still
put
here.
full time on there.
Yeah.
And probably Real Madrid.
Yeah.
And we created a cool graphic for Real Madrid in the Super Cup.
Hey.
Wow.
It's not there. There it is.
That is so cool. But yeah.
I'll put it in the title as well. Or should I get rid of this bit?
Yeah, and just then put the score after it. But yeah. We're going to win the Super Cup. We're now going to watch the Carabao Cup draw, which is arguably a more interesting competition. Let's have a look. Oh, what a strike from Adeniran, by the way. It comes out off the goalkeeper. Adeniran has to turn like twice and then slaps it top corner. That's just beautiful from the number 8.
I need to print it something. I don't want to do that.
Oh, yeah, it's a great hit right into the top corner. Well, yeah, well done, Real. They've won the final. I would consider them strong favourites for the Champions League to win it again this year. But yeah, who's winning the FA Cup this season?
No, frankly.
I don't think bold shout. I don't think it's going to be one of the big 6.
Ooh.
I think we will see a smaller FA Cup winner because we've already got so many fixtures, and I think I could see a club like Villa or West Ham prioritising the FA Cup when other sides don't, because there's so many fixtures to spread the players across. I could see a side like West Ham going, you know what, we can win this. Building a full strength side in the FA Cup and kind of bidding off the league when they know that they're going to get top 10 quite easily. So they'd rather just focus on the FA Cup and actually win that.
Oh,
I think we could see something like that.
Poor distribution for the Sheffield.
You missed the first goal. It was a beautiful strike from Adeniran. Getting there, Real Madrid. When did that last happen? The last, I believe it was Wigan. The last side outside of the Big Six to win the FA Cup. Oh, let's have a quick look. I think it was when Wigan beat Manchester City in 2012.
What? I remember watching that. That was
2014.
I think that was the first ever FA Cup I watched.
Or Newcastle. You make a good point there. It could be Newcastle as well. FA Cup winners. Let's have a look. I want to see a list.
A club like Wrexham. That would be something if Wrexham won the FA Cup.
One day, I think they will be successful one day. Well, Leicester. Yeah, last year. Literally last year. Before that, it was Wigan Athletic in the 2012-2013 season, so it was in 2013. Between the two dates I said, 2012 and 2014. And before that, it was Portsmouth in 2007... 07-08. But that is pretty mental that since the turn of the millennium, we've had 3 FA Cup winners outside the Big Six.
Bloody hell, man.
In 22 years. So 19 winners inside the Big Six.
You look at that, so Watford...
Hull have got to a final, Villa have got
Palace.
to a final, Palace have got to a final, Watford have got to a final, as you say.
Stoke.
Everton got to a final, Portsmouth got to a final, Cardiff, Millwall, Southampton, Villa again there.
So they've got to the finals, they haven't won them.
Yeah, but they haven't won them, that's the thing. Oh yeah, I forgot Leicester won it. Yeah, I forgot. It's just the annoying final that
I
everyone
was just
forgets
annoyed about
happens.
that. Yuri Tillemans slapped the top bin for like 30 yards and made me cry.
Especially when we should have a penalty, I think. I can't remember that game
Oh
that
yeah,
well.
wasn't it? Who was refereeing?
Probably-
Andy Madley?
Probably Mike Dean or Paul Tierney.
Paul Tierney bored as balls.
Craig Pawson.
Probably. He's shit. They're all
Rings a
bad.
bell.
Are they doing this draw? They got 3 minutes and none of this screams draw to me.
Well, they'll probably cut to a studio where someone's got some big, bowl of balls.
It's like footballs. Just keep dragging up. Imagine that was you bought a big
Giant,
ball out of
yeah.
it. Just across it was like the badge of the team.
It'd be better if it's like a ball bag.
Yeah.
Like you take the
Rather
train.
than have a number and then the president goes number 21. That is
it's still gonna have to have a
Norwich
number or something,
City.
isn't it?
Has a badge on it. The team's badge.
No, because that's too obvious to see, isn't it?
Oh yeah.
People can then go, oh, he's just picked up Norwich before he even reads out.
Number 47.
What he'd have to do is put a knife through the ball, tear it apart, and inside
Take 10 minutes.
it's got yeah.
21.
It'd be very exciting, but not very practical. We are, I presume, now cutting to the Carabao Cup draw.
Look at the trophy.
The top sides have got strong squads now. They don't have to play full strength until the semis. But I could see West Ham. So City. Oh, they were knocked out of the Carabao Cup early, weren't they?
Yeah.
But Crystal Palace got to the semis. I don't think it's impossible. But when you think also about how congested the fixture list is,
Yeah.
I don't think anyone's playing full strength side in the first round of the FA Cup. I think we will see a shock. Therefore,
Matt.
they've put on the Sky Creative Agency thing.
They didn't mean to do that.
I don't think they did. No. Conte only cares about the league though. Exactly. Spurs are to win one trophy this year. I don't think they are, unless it's going to be the Champions League, which I don't think they'll win. And I think as much as you say Conte only cares about the win the league, I think Conte would rather win the Champions League than the league, because he's won the Premier League before and he's never won the Champions League. So I think he'd rather do that. Carabao Cup was the best chance for Spurs. That's a competition where they can play rested sides of the semis and probably be alright. Tottenham could win it, I can see. What, the FA Cup, yeah. Mind you, Conte did win FA Cup with Chelsea. That's what I'm saying. The only thing Conte's got left to win in football, well, at least in English football, is the Champions League.
I think there's a conviction. I think with the fixture congestion, you've got to look out for a Championship or League One side coming through.
What, win the FA Cup?
Not winning it, but doing it like a Wigan.
I could see clubs going far, yeah.
Like I can see Burnley, I can see Norwich doing a little run.
I could even say they're struggling.
Tell them the draws tonight.
If anything, I could see those struggling more than
if
others.
Norwich now draw Newcastle away, yeah, not a chance. But if they draw Boreham Wood at home,
Oh, you mean the Carabao Cup? But I think for the we talk about the World Cup could cause a congestion. I think it'll be worse for a club like Norwich. Not only is there more games in the Championship, but they also have internationals going, I believe.
True. So we were like a...
If you think of like Jakob Sorensen, I presume will be going.
lower Prem side, who scored an absolute beauty of a goal last night, like Sorensen.
No, but I think it's more like you'll see a club like Luton going the distance. Because what, Jed Steer's not getting pulled up. I'll go, you know, I'm going to sit there and go, you know what we need? Harry Cornick. Grealish isn't cutting it, mate. I need someone who looks similar but is actually good.
You're just a shit Jack Grealish. You're just a shit Jack Grealish. Shit Jack Grealish.
Yeah, well done to Real, as we've said. Carabao Cup time now.
Well done, guys.
The thing everyone cares about.
Come on, it's now 10. The draw's at the start.
The Big Six will struggle with physicality. Interesting thought. The Big, AAA said the Big Six will struggle with physicality.
Right.
I don't know. I mean, if you play Sutton
and
against Ruben Diaz,
Haaland has zoomed past 38-year-old Paul.
If Haaland is playing against 38-year-old Paul, something's gone wrong at City.
It really will. I'd do that. Just the only guys Haaland can score. But against some part-time plumber and
will struggle physically. Yeah, because they've got to play so many games.
Haaland beats them off the ball. Oh, physically.
I still think Alvarez rotation is fine. I still think even if you go, look.
I think
it's
yes, Haaland. It might hit the ground running and do well, but I think he will get injured at some point in the season. And depending on how long that could be massive.
And Delap and Alvarez won't cut it.
Adverts for, man. Come
but
on.
De Bruyne could start Champions League.
Get his draw done and dusted.
Arsenal, White, Man U aren't Big Six. They are Big Six. They're not top six.
Yeah,
in terms of reputation, they are still one of the top 6 sides in England, but they are not one of the best performing 6 sides in England. I think West Ham probably pick them at the moment, but of course, there's a long season. So, if you look at last season, they were in the top 6. So I'd argue they're still in the top 6 in terms of last season, whether West Ham have jumped them through better recruitment and better pretty much everything this year. Okay. As a Liverpool fan, don't write United off. I think if they're going to win anything, it's for the FA Cup. For the sole reason, it's going to take him time to adapt. Under Ten Hag, it's going to take him time to work out everything. But when we get to January, I think he'll have had it sorted out, and I think then they'll do well in the FA Cup. Because that'll be the only thing they've got left. Because I think by that point, they'll be out of Europe. Or drop down to the Conference League, probably.
Yeah.
And I think they will probably be well out of contention for Premier League. So they'll go, you know what? We'll just chill. Try and win the FA Cup.
I don't want to watch Barnsley score against Middlesbrough.
I do. Let's have a look.
Get this draw.
Jesus. What did the keeper do there? He genuinely, I need to save it. I went, let me windmill my arms around and see what happens then, yeah.
That's horrific. Well, here we go. They've got some balls. Yeah, mate, we know.
It's been 27 years since Conte won the Champions League. Oh, I meant, as a manager. Yeah, okay. I can see the confusion in chat, but yes, it seems to have worked itself out. Conte did win the Champions League as a player. I'm saying, obviously as a manager, he never won the Champions League. If Conte was a manager 27 years ago, that man was a literal, 27-year-old manager or something. Here we go. First one out of the, I was going to say hat, 19. But it's definitely not a hat. It would be better if some bloke just stuck his cap on the side and they've put some balls in it.
We can't hear what they're saying, so we have to wait into the graphics.
I was going to say, if they not got any graphics...
They need to find some graphics, if not we can't see the draw because we have no volume.
Alright, it's 19 against 24.
They're still pulling them out. Sky, get yourself some graphics.
Let me have a Google.
Okay, well this is rubbish because we cannot hear the people because if not you guys would pick up, and Sky have no graphics, so we're just watching them pull balls out for a laugh.
Right. Oh, we've got ball numbers.
Yeah, alright. I've forgotten them already.
Who was 19? Stevenage, Play, Plymouth, or Peterborough.
Right, we don't know
We'll get off the next ones. Brentford were pulled out, though. 8. Crystal Palace
have got someone away.
Are away.
Palace have got
Who?
someone
We
away.
don't know.
Carabao Cup second round draw.
This is the Carabao Cup second round draw.
21.
21. That is Watford.
Watford are at home.
Watford at home to... Hopefully they get some graphics soon so we'll know.
Yeah.
Rather than having to read them out ourselves. Number 13, which is Milton Keynes Dons. A bit of a kind of local. They're kind of near each other, aren't they? I think.
MK Dons.
No, they're not really at all, are
Next draw.
It is
It's Big Six. It's
number 6. That is Colchester United.
Ooh.
Carol on to yes, indeed, Nick.
Colchester will
they
play
will
number
play
2.
Brentford.
Oh, Brentford away.
Away at Col U. You never know.
Nice little trip there.
Have a look. Next up, it is the number 22. That is gonna have to scroll down for this one. Wycombe Wanderers
will play number 23. Middlesbrough or
Barnsley. Brighton, close. Hang on, I'm so confused. Who are Brighton?
Number 20. Who's number 20? Who's number 20?
Tranmere.
Tranmere at home to number 9. No, number 5.
That is Burnley.
Oh,
they're going to get battered.
Yeah, Burnley get to go to Tranmere. Lucky them.
Knick-knack. He was a player, but he never was a match. Yeah. Wycombe Wanderers.
7. Everton. Everton are at home.
2.
Who have Everton got at home?
Give them, like, Lincoln.
No, don't give them that. Number 11.
It's Leicester. That was one off Lincoln. Lincoln was 12. Oh my god, that was amazing.
Number 4.
4. Bradford. Are you guessing who is going to be Knick-knack? I love it. 4. Bradford will play.
2.
Number 18. That is Shrewsbury Town.
Oh.
That'll be a good time.
What number in Norwich?
Norwich are not on the draw.
Number 12 is Lincoln. Oh, Lincoln at home. Who we got?
Where are Norwich?
Who we got?
I don't. Oh wait, there's 2.
Number 9.
There's south and north. It's split into south and north.
Well, who's that then? What imbeciles decided
So that 13 could have been Morecambe or.
Oh, it could have been North. We do
so
not
this
listen
could have
to
been the
any
North.
of them numbers because they could be completely wrong. Right. Well.
Jesus. Yeah, they do get the Conference League if they win the Carabao Cup.
Sky have had a fucking mare.
Who knows who's Sky?
Right, here's the full draw.
Here we go. For the south subsection, Norwich home to Bournemouth, Stevenage Peterborough, Newport will play Portsmouth, Oxford host Crystal Palace, Watford will host MK Dons, it's Colchester at home to Brentford, Wycombe at home to Bristol City, Walsall host Charlton, Crawley at home to Fulham, Cambridge at home to Southampton, Gillingham host Exeter, and Forest Green face Brighton at Forest Green. That's a game they can win.
Yeah.
I realistically think they can win that. On to North now then, presumably.
Yeah, right, we might get this one then. It's got
Clubs like Aston Villa, Lincoln, Leicester, Leeds, Grimsby, Everton, Burnley are actually in this one.
Yeah, same environment, less travelling, yeah. But the big teams like Bournemouth are all... So Norwich have got Bournemouth at home.
Saints
Watford.
Pompey, is it a possibility?
No, it's Cambridge Southampton. Cambridge Southampton.
And Portsmouth have got... Who knows?
Right, now we're going to try and nail this one. Get the North section up.
I didn't see who Portsmouth played. North.
But they linked, didn't they?
What? None of those sides pulled out, were they?
Right, here we go.
We thought Leicester had been pulled out, but here we go, the North now.
Forest Green getting bad.
Yeah, I don't know, it's at Forest Green. If Hector Bellerin and his might jump up and down a bit.
Right, number
3, that is Bolton Wanderers.
Bolton are at home.
And they will play. Number 1, that is Aston Villa. Aston Villa will travel to Bolton. I think Bolton can get. I was going to say, I think Bolton can get a result there. Being honest.
Number 6.
That is Derby County.
Always big
and they will host.
They need cup money.
Number 26, which is West Brom or Sheffield United. Either way, that's going to be an interesting game.
Yeah.
Then we have the number 21. That is Wolverhampton Wanderers at home to
Wolverhampton Wanderers.
Number 16. That is Preston North End. Fairly comfortable win for Wolves. Hey, what teams do you like? Yeah, I'm intrigued. Hey, who are you supporting? Number 10. That is Leeds United at home. Lincoln. 23. That is, drumroll please, Middlesbrough or Barnsley.
Who are linked? Number 12. Lincoln number 12.
I think number 12. That's
give us a home to Rochdale.
Away to Burnley. What's that? Number 8. That is Fleetwood Town.
Oh, don't take a cheaply away to it.
Can't wait to watch Fogden at Villa.
Number 7.
That is Everton. Fleetwood will travel. Will host Everton. You never know.
Yeah.
You never know. Managed to get the Carabao Cup.
25.
Sheffield Wednesday or Sunderland AFC, which is Sheffield Wednesday.
Oh yeah, because obviously
17. Rochdale.
Obviously that must have been done when the last when tonight's games haven't been played.
The West Brom play Sheffield United tomorrow, right? I think I saw
Don't know.
on football.
20.
Tranmere.
Tranmere.
Tranmere host the number 14, which is Newcastle United.
Oh, that's a fun trade trip for Newcastle.
Tranmere, toughie.
Yeah. 24.
24 is Port Vale or Rotherham.
That game's probably been decided. We don't know that yet.
Yep.
And
they are at home to the number 13, Morecambe. So, who cares?
Yeah.
Port Vale
Number 2, that big team?
It is
Barrow.
Big.
Massive.
Big one. That is Lincoln City.
Oh!
Barrow Lincoln. Barrow League 2, you should win that.
No, League 1, aren't they?
Barrow League 2.
I think we'll find
They
it.
just come up from the Vanarama
Number
National.
19. Stockport.
Stockport County
Stockport
at
do?
home to number 11, Leicester City.
Okay, no, they cannot do anything.
That'd be interesting though. Leicester got trouble to Stockport.
Still got Villa to be pulled out this draw.
We do have a Villa. Love Island.
Number
Villa.
4.
Bradford.
Go on, Villa.
Who is even left? Grimsby. Still got to come out, I think. Burnley.
Number 22.
Number 22. That is Blackburn Rovers or Hartlepool United. I imagine that's Blackburn. But of course, we have not seen the games to that.
Here we go. It is
Number 9. That is Grimsby Town. Well, there's only 3 balls left, so Villa have got to come out either this one or the next one. It's going to be the next one. 15 is Nottingham Forest.
Forest
Grimsby.
win that then.
Forest.
So it's Villa versus Burnley.
It went for Barrow in the last round.
No, it's
I
not.
didn't
It's
see who they played.
Shrewsbury. Villa got
Shrewsbury Town at home, and they're hosting
Aston
number
Villa.
5,
Burnley.
Burnley. So Villa will come out of the draw at some point at number 1, and we had missed it. Let's have a look at the draw.
Just read through it.
Aston Villa away to Bolton. We forgot about that right at the start.
Yeah. Sorry about that, guys.
Derby will play West Brom or Sheffield United. That'll be tomorrow. Wolves host Preston. It's Leeds at home to Barnsley. Fleetwood will host Everton in a very tough game. Sheffield's Wednesday home to Rochdale. Tranmere will play host to Newcastle. Rotherham will host Morecambe. Barrow at home to Lincoln. Stockport home to Leicester. Bradford will face Blackburn. Grimsby will host Nottingham Forest. And lastly, Shrewsbury against Burnley, not Burnsley. Burnley. What are you doing?
Don't know.
Are we calling it there?
I guess
We've seen the draw.
Yeah.
It's a bit messy.
These ties will be played.
Give ourselves a south and north section.
These ties will be played the week commencing August 22nd. So that'll be the 23rd, 24th, and possibly the 25th.
Nice York's derby for Leeds. I think they'll beat Barnsley quite comfortably. I don't think it'll be too much of a close
So then they'll be
derby.
scared.
But,
Yeah.
yeah.
Might be. I'll be scared if I beat them.
Right, that is all for today.
Yes.
We'll be back on Friday with Championship action. Watford versus Burnley at Vicarage Road. What an interesting game that'll be. Stream page will probably be up at some point tomorrow. On top of that, we are live on Sunday for Chelsea versus Tottenham. We are live on Monday for Crystal Palace versus Liverpool. Some very interesting games over this weekend. And then, yeah, of course, we have our FPL show out tomorrow. We've got the Prem predictions out on Friday. So stuff going out on all the platforms for you to look out for. But yeah, that is all for today. Thank you all very much for watching, and we'll see you next time. you.